Tyler Murray. Monica, it's been a minute. If I didn't see you on TV every day, I think I would have forgotten what you look like. I haven't seen or talked to you in so long.
You got jokes, Pat O'Keefe. But I'm really excited that we are finally at Game 1, and we can stop pontificating on what each team is going to do. We'll have some fodder to study moving forward at the end of the night.
Can't wait for that. What are your overarching themes as you begin to digest this series?
I wish I could say I had something unique outside of what I think are the big themes, right? The inexperience of the youth, the veteran group, even though as a collective the Knicks don't have experience in this moment, but the veteran group on the other side, momentum versus rest. I think for me, I actually maybe would insert defenses as an overall theme. I don't think the Knicks defense has gotten the credit it deserves for moving swiftly through its opponents in the Eastern Conference, and of course, we're looking at the defense that just knocked off the defending champ. So I'm curious, will this actually be more of a slugfest than folks anticipate? I mean, the scores between these two teams so far don't necessarily indicate that, but those games were not played in June, so we'll see.
Speaking of the Knicks defensively, both teams have the challenge of trying to slow down a really unique offensive star on the other side. Let's look at it from the Knicks defensively. How are you going to be looking at them, and what do you expect to see from them as they approach Victor Wembanyama to begin this series?
Well, I think part of the Knicks defense versus Wembanyama is what they make him do while they are on offense, right? Think about what we saw in Atlanta, and they looked for C.J. McCollum, whatever, in all those switches, but the physicality of a good screen takes a toll on everybody. And so, one, you obviously need everybody on the floor for the Knicks to be a willing and confident shooter to make Victor Wembanyama come away from the paint. But I want to see what it's going to look like to deliberately put him in screening actions all over the floor in terms of trying to move him around. And of course, if Karl-Anthony Towns has a big game, then they're going to have to put him on Karl-Anthony Towns, and then we'll see what is birthed out of that. But defensively, specifically for the Knicks, will it be a combination of Towns, Robinson, Anunoby, Hart even, just trying to be physical with him and make sure that he is not comfortable enough to establish position where he can be a dunk monster, if you will, right at the rim. And he's obviously a guy, Pat, that you don't completely stop and nullify. You contain and make it as difficult as possible.
Knicks are on that 11-game winning streak. They have won game number 1 in all 3 series so far. As they try to do it again, Monica, let's get to your keys for game number 1.
All right, the first key is going to be three-point shooting, Pat, because anytime you got a 7'4" dude sitting at the rim, you got to be able to knock down outside shots. Not just because you want to move him, but also because you want to create spacing on the floor. And so the Knicks have done a good job in this postseason of shooting the ball exceptionally well. I hope that continues here as they get the finals underway. The second key for me is going to be defensive rebounding for the Knicks. This is a team that draws energy off of their offensive boards. Victor Wembanyama obviously can have some mystifying, eye-popping, jaw-dropping sort of offensive boards. But as a group, I think that young relentlessness, they draw a lot of energy off of some of those types of plays. And so if the Knicks can nullify those opportunities and get out on the other side, then I think that will bode well for them. And I think the last key is going to be turnovers. Knicks obviously need to limit their turnovers, which they've been pretty good about in this postseason. There is a big difference. It's like a 12 turnover count between the games in which the Spurs had De'Aaron Fox and the games in which they didn't. I still think they are susceptible to turning the ball over even though Fox has returned, and the Knicks did a great job in their run on capitalizing on turnovers as they made their way to these finals. So keys for me, three-point shooting, defensive rebounding on the part of the Knicks, and then capitalizing on turnovers.
Monica, it's time for the Knicks to play in the NBA Finals. Have a great broadcast.
Thanks, Matt.
Monica and Tyler coming up in a moment. That will do it for New York Knicks game night. Coming up next, it is Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the New York Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs with Tyler Murray and Monica McNutt. I will be back with you at halftime with full analysis of the first half. Enjoy the game, everyone. I'm Pat O'Keefe and New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York, and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
This has been Amazon Hub Delivery New York Knicks game night. New York Knicks basketball is coming right up.
It's always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser representative, Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on results about serving. Please drink responsibly.
In New York City, young men of color deserve every opportunity to succeed. The NYC Young Men's Initiative is investing in futures through education, workforce development, healthcare, and justice programs designed to uplift and empower. And through programs like the Cooney Fatherhood Academy, we're supporting young fathers and building brighter futures for themselves and their families. Visit nyc.gov/YMI programs or at NYC Young Men on all socials to learn more.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Are you ready? Are you ready?
They haven't just been good. They haven't just been dominant. The Knicks have been completely unstoppable. They will play the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
New York Knicks basketball is on the air.
For us as the players, we understand that the job's not done, and we got to get back to work.
The New York Knicks. Are you ready? Are you ready?
The last 3 years, when these two teams have played each other, these games have been epic. This Spurs-Knicks matchup might be one for the ages.
Knicks basketball starts right now. Live from Frost Bank Center in San Antonio for the NBA Finals, the Knicks versus the Spurs. It's Game 1. Now here's Monica McNutt, and with the play-by-play, here's Tyler Murray on the MSG Radio Network.
Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, and welcome to the NBA Finals. Knicks fans have waited long enough for this series to begin. 27 years and then 8 long days of a layoff following the Eastern Conference Finals sweep. And the Knicks will play their biggest game since 1999, which will be true of every game they play the rest of the way. They're as close as it gets to the ultimate prize. 1 series away, 4 wins away. All there's left to do is play basketball as we welcome you into an NBA Finals edition of New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network. It's Knicks and Spurs in an NBA Finals loaded with storylines. Alongside Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. Ray Santiago is our producer back in the Big Apple. Pat O'Keefe handling pre, post, and halftime hosting duties. It is a rematch of the 99 NBA Finals. Spurs 1-5 behind a rising superstar Tim Duncan, while Patrick Ewing was out with an Achilles injury. It's a question of whether or not Jalen Brunson can complete one of the greatest underdog stories in NBA history, or perhaps will Victor Wembanyama emerge as the league's new Goliath. One of 2 NBA narratives will be put to bed. Either a young, unproven team will win a championship without first suffering playoff heartbreak, or a small guard will lead his team to a title, something that a lot of folks said could not be done. The Knicks have won a franchise record 11 consecutive playoff games featuring sweeps of Philly and then the Cavaliers, and they put together a historic point differential during this run, ranking first in every major category you could possibly imagine during the playoffs. As for the Spurs, they just did what nobody thought was possible back in the fall. They beat the unbeatable OKC Thunder to end Oklahoma City's title defense, and San Antonio is now the favorite to win this series and their 6th NBA championship. It would be their first since 2014. Monica, we are about to have the national anthem, starting lineups, and opening tip on the first Knicks Finals appearance in 27 years. And of all the storylines we've heard about during the last week plus, all the matchups all the narratives. What's got you most intrigued about Knicks and Spurs for the 2026 NBA championship?
The two leaders of their respective squads, Victor Wembanyama on the brink of perhaps becoming the most dominant force in the NBA, and Jalen Brunson on the brink of becoming the king of New York, even more so than he already is, and dispelling the myth or joining an elite class, whichever way you prefer to look at it, of, air quotes, small guards that have been able to become NBA champions.
With Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. I'll throw another narrative or two at you. It's a rematch of the NBA Cup.
There you go.
It's rest versus rust. It's youth versus experience. It's battle tested San Antonio versus, well, we're going to find out just how weak the East was. The Knicks took care of business time and time again with that historic point differential, but there's no way to match the resume of San Antonio, who went 8-4 combined from the regular season to the Western Conference Finals against the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. And when the Knicks won that NBA Cup back in December, they made it clear they had much bigger goals in mind at the end of the season. And here we are, the only show in town, the greatest stage in basketball. The spotlight shining here in San Antonio on the Knicks and the Spurs as we are set for the opening pomp and circumstance of the 2026 NBA Finals. Knicks open to break a 53-year championship drought. The Spurs last won it in 2014. And a lot of folks think this could be the birth of a new dynasty. The Spurs are led by a 22-year-old alien, Victor Wembanyama, who is, according to many, online, if not ahead of the pace of the conversation for greatest player of all time. He's got a long way to go, and so do we, as we pipe in the PA announcer for the opening proceedings.
During 2026, the NBA proudly celebrates America's 250th birthday. Through service and volunteerism, we honor the spirit, resilience, and unity that have shaped our nation for 2.5 centuries. Presenting the colors tonight is the Joint Color Guard team of the Boerne Police and Fire Department. Tonight's presentation of the national anthem is being performed by 3-time Grammy Award-winning artist Tori Kelly.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's light gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and home of the brave?
Welcome to the Frost Bank Center, home to the loudest fans in the NBA. matchup features the New York Knicks and your San Antonio Spurs. Introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Eastern Conference champions, the New York Knicks. 6'5" guard from Villanova, number 3, Josh Hart. 6'2" guard from Villanova, number 11, Jalen Brunson. 6'6" forward from Villanova, number 25, Mikal Bridges. 6'7" forward from Indiana, number 8, OG Anunoby. And a 7-foot center from Kentucky, number 32, Karl Anthony Towns. New York's head coach, Mike Brown.
Video for the San Antonio Spurs. We'll pipe you back in once they start announcing San Antonio's starting lineup. Towers of flame billowing ahead from a few flamethrowers down at court level here at Crossbank Center. The 5th oldest arena in the NBA, but it looks good as new right now here in Texas. They got the Fiesta t-shirt coordination around us here in the arena. One section's in pink, the next section has t-shirts all in turquoise, and the next is kind of an orange-yellow, and it repeats that way, 3 different colors alternating across the sections. A nice, unique look from this crowd in San Antonio, who I think relative to the Knicks have been a little bit spoiled. Yes, they got Tim Duncan winning the lottery and then 5 championships later. They truly have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA. And they won the lottery again with Victor Wembanyama 3 years ago. As we hear the Spurs starting line.
6'3" guard from Kentucky, number 4, De'Aaron Fox. 6'7" forward from St. John's, number 30, Julian Campetti. 6'5" guard from Florida State, number 24, Devin Vassell. 6'6" guard from UConn, number 5, Stephon Castle. And a 7'4" forward from France, number 1, Victor Wembanyama.
You heard the listed height of Victor Wembanyama at 7'4". Depending on who you ask, it could go all the way up to 7'7".
Come on now, people.
It's our job to describe the action as it happens, Monica, and he truly is a physical freak, 240 pounds, and he has the determination that Knicks fans know Jalen Brunson has. But Wembanyama, he's a lot more vocal about it. After the conference finals, he said, quote, "I want to win so bad, it's like my life depends on it." We'll get to the full starting lineup after the officiating crew is brought to you by Dime Community Bank. Scott Foster leads the way with James Capers and Sean Wright assistant. That's the officiating crew brought to you by Dime Community Bank. Dime Community Bank's new branch is now open at Madison and 37th Street. That's right in the heart of Manhattan. Visit Dime.com to learn more. Dime, we've got your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. They will chant "Go Spurs, go!" until the opening tip here in San Antonio, and we will get the starting lineups. First for the Spurs, De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle in the backcourt. Fox in his second All-Star season in year 9 out of Kentucky, playing through a right ankle sprain, but still one of the fastest players in the NBA. And Stephon Castle, second-year guard out of UConn, just became the youngest player in NBA history to have a single postseason with 300 points and 100 assists. He is just 21 years old. Devin Vassell and Julian Champagnie on the wings. Vassell, the oldest starter in this lineup for San Antonio, is 25 years old. Champagnie is out of Brooklyn, played at Bishop Laughlin, 3 years at St. John's. Last time the Knicks were here on New Year's Eve, he hit a franchise record 11 three-pointers. And in the middle, the first ever unanimous Defensive Player of the Year, Victor Wembanyama finished 3rd in MVP voting. And after eliminating the guy who won MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he has a real argument at age 22 as the best player in the world. The The Knicks in their white unis, New York across the front in orange, numbers on front back in orange as well. They go with Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Karl Anthony Towns.
I'm so excited. We're finally here. Let's play ball.
Ball is tipped by Foster, won by Towns, is given up 4 inches at least to Wembanyama, but the Knicks have the opening possession going from left to right in the NBA Finals. The ball comes to Towns in the far corner. Brunson up top with straight on 3. He knocks it down, and the Knicks off to a hot start after an 8-day layoff. It's 3-0 in Game 1.
As a team, the Knicks have been delightful from the three-point line so far in this postseason.
Big question, can Brunson heat up from 3? He was 4 of 22 in the Eastern Conference Finals against Cleveland. Wembanyama, right wing, drives to the elbow, pulls up, and rainbows home a jump shot over Karl Anthony Towns. It's a one-point game.
So there's the first question that a lot of folks had. How were the Knicks initially going to guard Wembanyama? And it is Karl Anthony Towns and vice versa on the other end as Wemby starts out on Towns as well.
Knicks again from left to right. Towns, far side mid-range, hook pass to the other wing for Bridges. Pump fake on Fox. He's sealed off on the drive. Brunson out high. Dribbles toward the near side corner. Hop step, leans in. Puck layup won't go. Offensive rebound Hart. From the foul line, he finds Anunoby in the far corner, and his three-pointer is good. The Knicks are 2 for 2 from downtown and a 4-point lead.
The Knicks have been so good with that corner 3 over the course of the regular season, having 3 guys in the top 10 in terms of corner 3s made.
Wembanyama, top of the arc, pump fake to 3 on Towns, snatch back dribble, top of the key again, now spins to the foul line, leans in, missed a fading layup, but an offensive rebound for Champagnie. Out high to Vassell, is straight on 3, in and out, offensive rebound, Castle, put back, wouldn't go, he was wide open, and Brunson pulls down the board. Reed lets a hard at midcourt, he'll go all the way underneath the basket, and then finds Towns up top, he'll take a long 3, front rim, no, missed it wide right.
All right, so rebounding was one of my keys, in particular for the Knicks defensive rebounding. You saw the energy, you heard the energy as the Spurs had 2 offensive rebounding chances.
Turnover, Wembanyama spins at the foul line, ball came free to Bridges. To Anunoby, muscles Vassell out of the way under the basket and lays it home over Wembanyama's late contest. It's 8-2 New York. There are hundreds, if not 1,000 or 2 Knicks fans in the building here in San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox, crossover to the elbow, pass to a baseline cutter. Castle was blocked in a dunk attempt. Hart and Anunoby were there defensively, but it comes back to San Antonio. At the elbow, Wembanyama spins to the foul line, fadeaway jumper, back rim, no good contest from Towns, and a rebound for Hart. Bridges now, left wing, pull-up jumper from the elbow, back rim miss, long rebound, tipped by Anunoby, but it comes to Champagnie. San Antonio ball from right to left, down by 6. De'Aaron Fox, a near wing 3, off the heel, but a tipped-in rebound, dropped off the back rim and in from Devin Vassell. It's a 4-point game. Hart in a hurry. From the wing to the rack, reverse layup. No, he passed out of it to the corner for Bridges. Out high Towns, right back underneath for Hart, covered by Wembanyama, so he gets rid of it to Anunoby. Back to Hart on the right wing, off his foot. Lines up with Towns, almost stripped by Wembanyama. Back to Hart, he'll drive to the paint, and a wide open left-hand layup that left the back door open because Wembanyama was out high.
Early on, the presence of Karl Anthony Towns has done exactly what the Knicks hoped to do, draw Wembanyama away from the paint.
Spurs from right to left. In the far corner, Vassell, left-hand dribble, screen from Wembanyama, foul line, passes out to the wing for Wemby again, hand off to Fox at the right side angle, off the dribble 3, misses wide left. Hart had the rebound tipped out of his hands for a moment, but got it back from Champagnie. Knicks by 6, coast to coast, Hart all the way down the lane, blocked by Wembanyama off the backboard. Wembanyama looks insulted, he even tried that shot.
I applaud the effort by Hart. See what happens.
Wemby hits a 3 on the other end at the right point, and this crowd has come to life in San Antonio. It's 10-7 Knicks, 8:15 to go in the first quarter.
Both teams look a little sluggish to start this one, still trying to find the rhythm and feel each other out.
Knicks 4 of 8 from the field, though. They've had an assist on every make. Bridges from the near elbow finds Hart wide open in the corner. Baseline drive kick to Anunoby. Right corner pump fake. Brunson out high. Left foot jab step with 3 to shoot. To the other wing on Champagnie. Has to launch into the shot clock, and it was blocked by Champagnie. Comes up short. Shot clock violation. Spurs ball down by 3.
Both Josh Hart and OG Anunoby needed to be ready to catch and shoot on that possession. They put Jalen Brunson in a bad spot. Essentially a grenade at the end of the shot clock. Both of those guys got to go ahead and let it fly and see what happens.
Stephon Castle on the right side, perimeter driving kick to the near corner. A 3-pointer from Fox hits the front rim and comes loose to Josh Hart. They'll take his time up court this time around. Knicks attacking the basket to our right. It is Towns up top near the midcourt logo. It's got a gigantic Larry O'Brien trophy underneath the Spurs insignia as Towns takes a strong drive to the rim, and it's a right-hand layup over Vassell. Mitch Johnson calls timeout. It's Knicks by 5.
It's Towns rejecting the screen, and this is one of the philosophies that we thought we heard from the Knicks. Jalen Brunson comes to set a screen. It would have been an inverted pick and roll, if you will. Towns rejects, goes baseline, forces that Spurs defense to have to collapse, but no one on the back end is big enough to contest when the Knicks 7-footer is coming down the lane.
The Knicks have shaken off any rust you might have expected right from the opening tip. It was brought to you by Rings End. Rings End is the largest retailer of Marvin windows and doors in the Northeast. Opening tip brought to you by Rings End. A Let's Go Knicks chant starts up here in San Antonio. You just can't keep New Yorkers out of the building. It's a 12-7 lead for the Knicks with 7:28 to go in the first quarter of the 2026 NBA Finals. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. You're listening to New York Knicks NBA Finals basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hoops fans, let's clear the glass. Citywide window cleaning. Third generation, 50-plus years serving Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Hoboken, and Jersey City. Commercial or residential, we go full court with private home cleanings, empty apartment turnarounds, and monthly amenity spaces. Property managers, resident managers, private tenants, book annual or bi-yearly cleanings. We treat your windows like our own. No job too big or small. Get a quote at cwwindow.com. Citywide. See the city like it's courtside.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia. Movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4Kia for details. Always safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives. Just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing. Which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery. Still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
12, Spurs 7. 7 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby started the game with 2 made three-pointers. Knicks haven't made one since, but they lead the Spurs by 5 in spite of 5 points and a block shot from the Defensive Player of the Year, Victor Wembanyama. Become an Amazon Hub partner and earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Learn more about Amazon Hub Delivery and get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. It'll be San Antonio ball from right to left. They are in mostly black with white text on the front says Spurs. And they got white and gray trim down the sides of the jerseys. Knicks do not make a sub, but the Spurs do. They bring in the 6th man of the year, Keldon Johnson, and maybe the playoff rookie of the year, Dylan Harper. Attacking the basket to our left. It's Castle on the near side. Wing dribble to the foul line. Hart on his hip, pulls up and throws it away. Try to kick it out to Johnson in the corner, but it's intercepted by Bridges. Knicks ball up 5. Towns up top. Drives on Wembanyama all the way to the rim and a left-hand layup. He burned the big man to the cup, and the Knicks lead by 7.
Karl-Anthony Towns, an aggressive version of Towns, both as a dribble drive option and looking for the assist, is really going to be an interesting challenge for Victor Wembanyama to guard on the perimeter.
They will post up Wemby, near side mid-range. Josh Hart defending. That means he's a foot shorter than the guy he's guarding. Double team comes, kick out. Castle right point three, too strong, and Brunson secures the rebound. However, there's a loose ball foul on Josh Hart for grabbing Victor Wembanyama. And the referees done a nice job of swallowing the whistle so far. That is the first of the game.
So I'm going to keep an eye peeled for this, but that last possession where Hart draws the defensive assignment looks like the Knicks were in a little bit of a 2-3 zone. So yes, Hart had the initial defensive assignment, but based on the positioning of everyone else in help, we got to see if the Knicks are flashing for a zone. Perhaps they're going a little make-miss on baskets here, so we'll keep an eye out for that.
Well, hold on here. They've changed the call to the other number 3. Keldon Johnson is called for the loose ball foul, so the Knicks will take over. Brunson across midcourt despite the pressure of Castle. They're up by 7. Brunson drives, kicks hard in the corner, up top for Towns. Pump fakes Castle out of the way. Down the lane he goes. Acrobatic righty layup. Wouldn't go off the front rim over the contested Wembanyama. 6:18 left in the first quarter. Spurs fall down 7. Johnson far corner. Pass to him was tipped, but a foul called on the Knicks. As the aggressive defense from the best defense in the second half of the season in the NBA, these Knicks, has made life tough on San Antonio. They will bring in Landry Shamet for OG Anunoby to join the other 4 starters.
One of the things that has made this defense so good is the way that they help and recover, getting their hands into passing lanes, creating deflections that ultimately lead to turnovers.
Castle foul line, hop step on Shamet, pulls up for an 8-footer and floats it in off the front rim. It's a 5-point game, halfway through the opening quarter of game 1. Knicks from left to right. Brunson crosses over Castle, attacks the near elbow, finds Hart at the right wing, a catch and shoot 3. Back rim, no. Rebound Wembanyama. That's the first 3-point try for Hart tonight. Knicks are going to need him to make at least a couple as Keldon Johnson goes coast to coast. Could not hit a layup driving down the left side of the lane. Shamet now, near wing, finds Bridges in the corner. Back to the top of the key for Hart, passes to his left for Brunson. Now they post up Towns on the far side mid-post against the smaller Johnson. Wembanyama double teams and Towns throws it away. Wanted Shamet underneath, got Harper instead. Johnson transition right wing 3. No, he passed underneath the Castle. He missed a layup, but a foul is called on the Knicks. And we should get the game's first free throws. Hart is called for the personal foul, his first. With 5:27 left in the opening quarter, it's Knicks 14, Spurs 9.
So the Spurs made an adjustment there. Keldon Johnson drawing the initial assignment of guarding Karl-Anthony Towns on the last possession, and Victor Wembanyama roaming in help. Now, Towns as a facilitator off the box, I like that. But the options are not going to be in the paint where the Spurs defense is already collecting. The options are going to be out to the 3-point line, and thus there was a turnover for the Knicks on that last possession.
Castle gets the front rim roll at the first free throw at the left side basket, so it's a 4-point game. And about a minute after coming out, OG Anunoby is back in with Josh Hart taking a breather. So, Monica, this is the 5-out lineup that served the Knicks pretty well back on March 1st, the last time they played San Antonio. That was a mostly tight game, but they pulled away late and won it by 25, which ended an 11-game Spurs win streak as Castle swishes the next one to make it a 3-point game. And San Antonio is no fluke. Second best record in the regular season, 62-20. Knicks were 53-29. Bridges across midcourt. Now it's Brunson on the left wing. Rejects the screen. Drives, kicks near corner. Anunoby closed out by Luke Cornett. No Wembanyama on the court. So will drive the lane underneath the hoop. Finds Shamet. 3 from the wing. Front rim, no. Offensive rebound, Towns. Cornett around him. Towns throws a wild floater at the rim, but he misses everything. Wanted a foul. It's not coming.
Cornett got away with a lot of contact on both Towns and Anunoby.
Johnson 3 from the corner, missed it on the right side. Rebound tipped by Bridges to Anunoby. Now it's Brunson to the foul line, dribbles in a circle, back out toward midcourt. Towns up top, hands back to Brunson, sets the screen, pick and roll from the elbow. Brunson leans in, and the shot swirls out. Looks like he was asking for a foul from behind on Castle, not coming. Vassell on the other end of right corner, 3 short. Would have tied the game. Rebound popped over to Towns, and he got fouled by Johnson with 4:33 left in this opening frame. It's Knicks 14, Spurs 11, and we glossed over it, Monica, but these are the non-Wembanyama minutes right now. Cornett is playing center for the Spurs.
I'd really like to see the Knicks go at Cornett. OG Anunoby, I think he, on that dribble penetration off the baseline, He wanted a foul. He got a little stuck under the basket. But with Cornette guarding Towns now, I want to see Towns show the same aggressiveness we saw him showing when Victor Wembanyama was guarding him at the top of the key.
Wemby had to play almost 40 minutes a night against the Spurs or against the Thunder last round. 10 more minutes on average in the regular season. Brunson turned it over, hoping for Shamet in the right corner. Harper stepped in front. He'll go coast to coast, and he's fouled hard by Bridges, preventing an easy two. That's a playoff foul, and 2 free throws coming for Harper with the Knicks up by 3.
I'm going to beg to differ with you, partner. I didn't think that foul was hard at all. It was a great play on the ball. He goes up for Harper extends with his right hand on this layup. A hard foul to me is one that you take a guy to the ground and you got to try to catch him. That's not what happened. It's a good foul. It's a good play on the ball.
A good foul.
Yeah, good foul.
Got him on the forearm as Harper will line up the first of 2 free throws. What a postseason it's been. And sometimes these stats get a little too specific, but this is the best one we could find to demonstrate how impressive his rookie playoff run has been. Dylan Harper, rookie out of Rutgers. He's from Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. Only 3 rookies in playoff history have averaged 10 points a game, 3 assists a game, and shot over 50%. Chris Webber and Magic Johnson. You're hearing a lot of comparisons to the Magic Johnson Lakers when he led them to the title as a rookie. As Harper gets both free throws to make it a 1-point game. Knicks 14, Spurs 13.
He is a tremendous gamer. It's been fun to watch him come up in the ranks of the New York City area hoop.
Runs to Don Bosco. Brunson foul line pass to Mitchell Robinson, but the alley-oop is tipped and stolen by Cornette. Harper the other way, down the lane right side, and the left-hand shot is good and one. Floated one home, off balance, moving to his right, was shooting to his left. And we'll call Landry Shamet for his first foul. And the Spurs have their first lead. It's 15-14, 3:58 left in the first quarter.
Well, here's the thing. The Knicks have 4 turnovers so far in this first quarter. They've allowed 6 points. And as you can hear, as this pink, green, and orange crowd is living and dying with their Spurs team, those turnovers have been energizing opportunities for these young Spurs. Knicks got to hold on to the basketball.
Harper makes the free throw. It is 16-14 San Antonio. Knicks had led by as many as 7. Now they're down by 2. Final 4 minutes, first quarter. McBride, Shamet, and Robinson in from the bench with Brunson and Anunoby still out there. Anunoby near that Larry O'Brien Trophy logo at center court. He'll drive past Vassell in the lane, double team, hesitates, turns, kicks. Brunson wide open left wing 3. Too strong. Rebound tipped away from Cornette, or from Robinson by Cornette. And Champagnie on the hop the other way. De'Aaron Fox driving kick, far corner 3. Harper got it. Dylan Harper has put together a personal 6-0 run, and the Spurs lead by 5.
Got 8 points so far in this basketball game.
Shamet from the right corner silences the crowd with a big catch-and-shoot 3. It's a 2-point game.
Basketball is a game of runs, and I surely expect this finals to be just that. How does each team respond to the other?
Champagnie from the far corner. His three-pointer rattles in. Julian Champagnie from Brooklyn.
Yeah, had a little something to say to Landry Shamet on the way back.
22-17 San Antonio. Brunson from the foul line leans in, missed the left-hand layup. That's one he makes 9 times out of 10.
That's a lot of contact on that play.
Champagnie right wing triple rattled out. That was contested by McBride. A heat check early from Champagnie. Takes from left to right in white, Spurs in black. Robinson top of the arc. Dribbles with his right hand, hands to his right for Brunson, and they do call foul now as Harper tried to blow up the dribble handoff, and that'll bring us to immediate timeout. Dylan Harper has taken over this game. At one point, it was actually an 8-0 run for Harper, plus the Champagnie 3. It's a 22-17 Spurs lead. They went from down 7 to up 5.
Still figuring out the pace of this one are the New York Knicks. They've got to do a better job of holding on to the basketball. They are looking for some calls when they attack the paint. And I understand that, but for the most part, they've done a pretty good job of not getting caught up in the fact that the whistle has not gone in their favor.
Before the Shamet three-pointer, San Antonio was on a 15-3 run. It'll be Nick Spaulding when we come back. Late trails 22-17 with 2 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter of Game 1 of the 2026 NBA Finals. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. Spurs 5-5, and they built up this lead mostly with Victor Wembanyama on the bench. 2:33 left in this first quarter. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Is the stress of a Game 7 giving your skin a full court press? Tired of trying to coach yourself through skincare trends? Between slugging, serums, and retinoids, it's easy to get confused. Don't try to be the MVP of skincare. Go see a pro. At Hand & Stone, they handle the defense so you can enjoy the glow. Book your facial at handandstone.com and get $10 off when you book today. Offer valid at participating spas. Terms and conditions apply. Hand & Stone. Expert care for every season.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Knicks fans, here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup, the largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today. The NBA Finals are in full swing, and the intensity isn't letting up. And with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, your winnings get a boost every single day, all finals long. Bet player props, bet live, from the opening tip to the final possession. Every moment matters, and DraftKings Sportsbook keeps you boosting all the way through. All DraftKings customers can enjoy a profit boost every single day throughout the finals. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code WHSQ to claim your profit boost. That's code WHSQ to get a boost every day of the NBA Finals. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus, New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. One profit boost per customer per day. NBA playoff bets only. Bet restrictions apply and vary when offered. Max bet and boost vary. Boost only applies to winnings and expires at the end of the last NBA game each day. See terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
2:33 left in the first quarter of Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Knicks trail the Spurs by 5. It's their ball from left to right. Knicks in white, Spurs in black. At center court, Jalen Brunson with 7 on the shot clock. 2:24 left in the quarter. He'll drive to the near elbow on Barnes. Step back baseline leaner, in and out. Rebound, tipped momentarily by Robinson, but Champagne's got it. Now Harper in a hurry. He will drive on Shamet right block. Up top to Wembanyama, swinging around to the near corner. Barnes. Catch and drive. He finds Fox all alone up top. He'll split a double team down the lane. Finds Champagne in the near corner, and he drills a 3. 8-point Spurs lead.
We've discussed a lot how Champagne feels good versus these New York Knicks having hit those 11 threes on New Year's Eve. The Spurs are doing a great job of moving the basketball around the perimeter.
And they called a foul on Landry Shamet battling for the rebound. Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson was doubled over, hands on his knees, and now he's grabbing the back of his right leg. And now he's grabbing his right thigh. Trying to get a look on the television broadcast. Yes, it looks like Shamet trucked Barnes, who missed the free throw, and then Barnes landed on the lower half of Brunson, who was walking very awkwardly down the court. So he's hurt. Bridges looking to check in next whistle. Knicks fall down to 8. Final 2 minutes, first quarter. McBride pressured at midcourt by Fox, tipped into the backcourt. McBride able to go back and get it. Now it goes to the top of the key, off the dribble, triple in the air. McBride back rim hanging around, but it missed wide left. And it comes to Harper. He's in a hurry from right to left. It's Barnes now, pump fake in the corner. Couldn't drive past Robinson. Harper again will attack Brunson at the foul line. Deceleration to the rim, and he floats it home to give San Antonio a 10-point lead and force a Mike Brown timeout. We can also pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSC Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
with Monica McNutt. I'm Tyler Murray. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans only at Verizon. Monica, what do you think?
Well, first of all, we saw Jalen Brunson go to the back, obviously with that ginger walk, favoring what looks to be his right knee. Now, that aside, the Spurs have just been the aggressors so far in this one. They've done an outstanding job of getting into the paint. They've got 10 paint points so far, and Dylan Harper has 10 points in this ballgame. He's been an energizing factor, a catalyst. And mind you, Tyler, this run that the Spurs have gone on to take this lead has been largely without Victor Wembanyama on the floor. And so the Knicks really got to settle down, find themselves. They're not shooting the ball particularly well to start this ballgame, at least compared to what we've seen from them over the last 11 games. That's for sure.
Harper's got a game-high 10 points in just 6 minutes, all off the bench. And while the Knicks do have more options on the bench, with Robinson, McBride, Shamet, Clarkson, Alvarado, several others, the Spurs, they really play 7 guys. The thing is, those 7 guys are all phenomenal. And right now, a rookie, 20-year-old Dylan Harper has taken over Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
This is where the Knicks have to respond with a level of poise and deliberate execution.
Alvarado will check in for the first time. He'll catch a pass underneath, bounce pass to McBride, a right wing triple, short, hit by Bridges off the window and in. An offensive rebound and put back for Bridges, 8-point game.
Even though McBride missed the jumper, that's what you want in terms of collapsing that defense, bringing Victor Wembanyama off the perimeter as long as you can.
Wembanyama near elbow, spins on Towns, not going anywhere, so he tries a one-legged fadeaway, missed the bank shot short. Alvarado the rebound, off to the races, doesn't have numbers, so he posts up at the far side hash mark. Towns top of the key, back to Alvarado, off to his left. Defended by Champagne, a couple of New York kids going at it here. Top of the key again, Alvarado, backed up on Wembanyama. Passes to his left for Shamet, inside for Towns. He got fouled on the entry pass by the smaller Champagne. And with 40.5 seconds left in this first quarter, the Knicks will keep it down by 8. The Knicks are in the penalty, but the Spurs had a foul to give. It is Alvarado, Shamet, McBride, Bridges, and Towns on the floor. No word yet on Jalen Brunson, who is favoring his right leg after a spur fell in the area of his leg. 10 to shoot for Towns toward that center court logo for Alvarado. They go pick and pop. Towns catches out high, defended by Harper. Right-hand dribble, hands to his left for Alvarado, defended by Wembanyama. One dribble, launches a three, and it rattles out halfway down in a rainbow shot to get it over the 7'4" Wembanyama.
That is truly an on-the-road bounce. At home in the Garden, that was supposed to go down.
Spurs ball up 8. 15 seconds to play, and now 10 on the shot clock. Fox near sideline. Toward the wing, he'll cross over on Alvarado toward the dotted line, turns and finds Castle out high. Jab step right, dribble drive left, at the elbow, now turns around for a fadeaway from the foul line. He misses it with good defense from Bridges, and that'll be the final shot of the first quarter. The Knicks led early by 7, but the Spurs stormed back with at one point a 15-3 run about midway through that first quarter. And behind 10 points from the rookie Dylan Harper, San Antonio has a 27-19 lead in Game 1 of the 2026 NBA Finals.
The Spurs came into this one shooting just under 47% from the field in terms of their postseason run. They found their way in the latter part of that first quarter, and they've done a great job of getting to the paint and playing their basketball. The Knicks have to respond.
When we come back, you'll hear a voice you're quite familiar with will be joining us for the second quarter. And if you happen to be tuned in on the ESPN app, Knicks Altcast, we're waving at you right now. Yes, there is a continuous camera on us here in the broadcast booth, so hop over there to find out what our special guest is wearing. First quarter is over. A lot of basketball left to be played, but you could say the first punch has been thrown by San Antonio. They lead it by 8 as we go to the second quarter. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours, so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
It's the playoffs. Knicks fans, get in on all the postseason action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every matchup mean more than ever with the best daily promotions in the business. Plus, enjoy thousands of casino games with BetMGM Casino in New Jersey. Download today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is the second quarter, brought to you by Hand & Stone. Hand & Stone, relaxation that fits real life. Book at handandstone.com. Spurs ball up 8 to begin the second quarter, and we are honored to have the greatest Knick of all time, Walt Clyde Frazier, joining us, a two-time Hall of Famer, for the second quarter. Champagnie in the near corner, passes to Victor Wembanyama on the wing. 5 to shoot, hands to Champagnie. Trying to hand back to Wembanyama, he will. He'll take a 35-footer and almost banks it in. Rebound tipped loose. Alvarado saves it, or at least he tried to, but he overshot Shaman, and the ball goes out of bounds. Clyde Frazier, thank you for joining us. What are your thoughts on the first quarter so far?
The Knicks are too tentative. They're apprehensive. Brunson was not looking to shoot. Had a couple of key turnovers there. Harper, the neophyte, has been a delight propelling the Spurs.
You've got Brunson back on the bench here, getting his right leg checked out. Harper tried an alley-oop to Wembanyama. He caught it and then came down, and then he was fouled by Alvarado. Then he put it up and in. The fans thought it was an and one. Instead, it's a foul on the floor, so no free throws, no points. Still an 8-point Spurs lead. Monica, tentative, I think, is a fair assessment.
Yeah, and critical turnovers. I mean, this is a defense that is well-versed. It's very good. They've prepared in terms of what the Knicks are doing. They've got to be sharp.
Barnes misses a right-angle three, too strong. Towns the rebound. Knicks from left to right in the white unis against the black of San Antonio.
Yeah, but they're not attacking. Look at their meandering on the perimeter. There's an attack.
Towns tries to get to the foul line. He draws a foul before his right-hand floater went in from the right elbow. That would have been an incredible three-point play. Instead, it'll be a side-out inbound for the Knicks, down by 8.
A couple things that jump out to you from that first quarter. The Spurs were +8 in the minutes without Victor Wembanyama, and that is just costly. The Knicks have to do a better job of capitalizing when he's not on the floor.
It's because Harper ran amok. They allowed him to run amok.
10 points in 6 minutes for Harper. Wembanyama's out there now. McBride gets loose for a left-wing triple catch and shoot, and connects. Rainbow three-pointer. Deuce McBride. The Knicks are back within 5.
The three-point line is going to be the great equalizer in this one. Can the Knicks get to the three-point shooting that got them through that 11-game win streak?
Wembanyama fumbled to dribble, second turnover. Towns top of the arc. Pump fake, drives on Wembanyama. Blocked from behind on a dunk attempt, out of bounds to the right baseline. Towns wanted a foul. The Knicks will keep it, though, 16 to shoot.
Wemby showing why he's the defensive player of the year, unanimously Watch this. Towns eludes him, but at 7-4, he doesn't quit. Resounding rejection, but the Knicks have it underneath.
10:39 left in the second quarter. 5-point Spurs lead in game one. Alvarado at the left angle. Pick and pop with Towns will drive baseline to Wembanyama, and his reverse layup was blocked for the goaltend. Jose Alvarado with a look back at Wembanyama. 6 feet, just beat 7-4 to the rim, and the Knicks are back within 3.
Listen, Clyde, you did a great job. Obviously, you did. But Victor Wembanyama is fantastic at the rim. But I still say the Knicks got to continue to go at him just in terms of the energy that he's going to have to exert.
Yeah. Jose did at that time.
Now, Castle forced an alley-oop pass to Wembanyama, and they call a foul on McBride trying to wrap up Wemby before he got to the alley-oop. It looked like Castle had a wide-open layup, but that wasn't the play call.
Wembanyama, erratic, dramatic. So his shots have been off. He's always looking at block shots, so the Spurs will have it now.
Yeah, he has 2 blocks, but he's missed 4 of his 6 shots. San Antonio ball from right to left. They lead by 3. 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Now Castle leans in for a right-hand layup. He banks it through. It's a 5-point lead.
It's sort of that default screen because the defenders don't want to leave Wembanyama because it's so easy in the rim.
Towns spins on Wembanyama, top of the key, all the way to the rim for a right-hand layup. Towns with 6, and the Knicks are back within 3.
Wembanyama has switched these D's. Now he's inside.
And he got bumped by Anunoby off the catch. He got it right at the dotted line, and that means he's only a half step away from a dunk. So Anunoby got in his way, and he is called for the foul. It's 29-26 Spurs, 9:58 left in the second.
Look at the Matador D right there by Wembanyama. He seems to be laboring to me, Monica.
I thought he looked a little sluggish when we started this basketball game, but I will say Karl Anthony Towns is a unique defensive assignment for him as someone of his size that makes him have to guard the length of the floor.
Wembanyama hearing MVP chants will probably be the favorite to win the award next year as he sinks the first free throw.
This year, first team All-NBA. We mentioned Defensive Player of the Year.
3rd in MVP voting. I was kind of surprised by that down the stretch.
Only 22 years of age.
Yeah, I thought he would have been 2nd.
One of my favorite trivia questions. Only 4 players have won Defensive Player of the Year while averaging 25 points a game. It is Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and this guy, Victor Wembanyama. As the second free throw is up and good, and that's the other thing. He's shooting 87% from the line in the playoffs.
Yeah, there's nothing he can't do.
It is a 5-point San Antonio lead. They were up by as many as 10 late in the first quarter. Alvarado speeds to the baseline. Near side mid-range, sealed off by Vassell. They'll post up Towns on Vassell at that same spot. Double team by Wembanyama, swinging around Shamet. He'll slash, pull up for a mid-range jumper, misses from the right side, and Vassell gets the rebound.
I like that shot, though, by Shamet. As soon as the double team goes to Towns, the ball has to move.
Vassell for 3. Bricks it wide right from straight on.
What goes up must come down.
I thought you were going to go with the UFO there, Kai, but I guess it wasn't an air ball. Now it is Alvarado slashing inside and leans in for a right-hand layup.
And that's the same play we saw on the other end for the Spurs that got Stephon Castle free. Victor Wembanyama was being defended by Towns. On that end, the same thing. Wembanyama defending Towns got Alvarado free.
3-point game, and Anunoby gets a steal on a driving kick to the far corner. Bounce pass to his freaking Alvarado, nowhere to go. Good transition D, but a 3-pointer for the tie for McBride. Too strong for the near corner.
At least now the Knicks playing with pace and space.
And the best news of all, Jalen Brunson at the scorer's table, set to check back in. Wembanyama at the far angle, between the legs dribble, pump fake on Towns, now leans in for a righty layup, lost it, tried to bat it toward the rim, and it winds up on the other side with Alvarado. Shamet right corner, catch and shoot 3. Off the left side rim, and Harper gets the rebound.
Shamet has missed his last 2, previously 15 feet away, this time the 3 ball.
The Knicks are shooting under 30% from the 3-point line. It feels like forever since we've seen that.
Harper can't connect on a top of the key triple over McBride, and Alvarado will slow things down now.
I think both teams showing a little attrition now on it. Shots are going wide.
Knicks ball down 3, 8:15 to go in the second quarter of game 1. McBride at the far angle. Drive was sealed off by Harper. Pick and roll with Towns out high now. Get to the Anunoby, top of the key. Drives on Barnes all the way to the rim, met by Wembanyama, so that leaves Towns open. His shot wouldn't go, but a foul on Wemby. Towns went down hard, but Victor Wembanyama picks up his first personal foul, and now the attention goes to Towns, who is still down on his back, covering his face with his right hand.
Early on, we mentioned the Knicks were not attacking. They were meandering on the perimeter, but now they're starting to penetrate. Jose has been doing a good job. This time, OG
We have a challenge, though. Mitch Johnson twirls the finger. The Spurs are 10-5 in challenges in the postseason. And we'll have our first replay appeal of the finals after we hear from Scott Foster.
Timeout being called. The challenge going on the floor. Towns' head hit the court. That's why.
Yeah, and also Towns had that off arm hooked down on Victor Wembanyama. I think it was a part of a natural shooting movement in this one as you're going toward the basket, but we know that that's a call that often goes against him.
This next timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. So either a Wembanyama foul and 2 Towns free throws, a no call, or an offensive foul on Karl Anthony Towns.
Now the Knicks are rejuvenating now with their starter on the bench, Brunson. So Deuce has done a good job. Jose penetrating, creating as well.
We should see Brunson when we come back. For now, it's a 3-point San Antonio lead. 8:03 left in this second quarter. It's game 1 of the NBA Finals. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Summer's a gift of days that last a little longer, a brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. The specially tagged vehicles, including the Sorento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4Kia for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
It's always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser Beverages, Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on 12 hours serving. Please drink responsibly.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives. Just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing. Which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
For Mitch Johnson and the Spurs, offensive foul on Karl Anthony Towns. He hooked and held the arm of Wembanyama, so it's Towns' first foul. Wemby still has none. San Antonio ball from right to left. They lead by 3. 4 minutes gone by in the second quarter of game 1. Harper in the lane, pump fake on Bridges, did not bite. Back up top to Castle, defended by Hart. Between the legs dribble with 4 to shoot. Try to drive down the right side lane, and a reach-in foul on Hart. Help defense came over from Clarkson. And Josh Hart picks up his 3rd foul with 7:44 left in the second quarter. And he gestured to the bench saying, "Let me stay out here."
It's a long game, Josh. I understand Hart, but no.
Not a good foul. I mean, there was only 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah.
They bailed him out. Wasted all that energy.
Brunson back into the game. Looked like he's still limping a little bit, but he forced a foul line miss from Devin Vassell.
An inauspicious start for Brunson. Only 1 of 7. Also has a couple of turnovers.
Hard foul line. Alley-oop. Robinson puts it through, plus a foul. He's fired up over toward the Knicks bench. I guess that right 5th metacarpal is feeling okay. He can tie the game with a free throw.
What broken pinky?
Well, this was a play the Knicks tried to get a little bit earlier in this ball game, and it was broken up by Luke Cornett. But that time, the Hart Robinson connecting on the catch, giving the French vanilla, the vanilla half of the French vanilla, a little bit of a facial.
Cornett, 7-1.
Yeah.
Robinson overwhelming him. Hearing it now from the crowd as he goes to the line.
He is 2 for his last 14 from the stripe, 2 for 15. In fact, that one's very short. But the two-pointer he got makes it a one-point game. Spurs ball with the lead from right to left. Rookie out of Arizona, Carter Bryant, into the game, and he draws a reach and foul on the near wing on Jordan Clarkson.
What about Clarkson, guys? This is a homecoming for him, Monica.
Yeah, and he's excited to be home. Remember, in that matchup in the NBA Cup, he had some big threes down the stretch to help the Knicks pull away in that fourth quarter. Now, Clarkson picks up a foul there, but the good news is Carter Bryant is also generous with fouling on the other end.
The bad news is it's the 5th Knicks foul with 7:17 to go in the quarter. Let's go back to the good news column, though. Carter Bryant misses the free throw. He was the player who got reamed out by Coach Mitch Johnson during a blowout Spurs win for his defensive miscues against SGA.
And he was crying on the bench.
Well, he was maybe welling up a little bit. I wouldn't say he was sobbing, but yes, he seemed emotional.
Stop acting like crying is such a bad thing. Okay, it's okay. Let it out.
And you know why? He's only 20 years of age.
He's a baby.
Yep.
So he makes the second free throw. And a 2-point lead for San Antonio. Clarkson right wing catch and shoot three. In and out, rebound Harper. And you're right, he had a 20-point game here on New Year's Eve, Clarkson, and 15 in the NBA Cup. He loves playing against his hometown team. Harper on the near wing, straddling the perimeter, defended by Brunson. Bounce pass to the other wing for Fox. Off the dribble three-pointer. In and out over Shamet. Rebound tipped out by Cornett. Harper's got it. Far side baseline drive for Fox, middle of the paint, floater, no. Rebound Robinson and a strong grip on that board.
Fox is going to be dealt by a high ankle sprain. He should have made that layup.
Brunson baseline drive, no. Tip slam for Robinson, missed it off the back rim.
Yeah, mistimed his jump.
He did shake that right hand, though, as well.
And the Knicks don't get back as well as we're used to seeing in transition. Wide open layup for De'Aaron Fox and a 4-point lead for San Antonio.
Now, this number has not changed since the end of the first quarter, but I think it indicates how fast this game has been. 10-2 in your fast break category in favor of the San Antonio Spurs.
34-30 Spurs. 6:06 to go in the second quarter. Brunson foul line, spins on Vassell, gets to the rim. Lefty floater is good. He winds up on his back, and he is hurt. He is upset with Scott Foster. 5-on-4 the other way. Brunson is down on the opposite baseline. Vassell, a left wing three, is good. And the Knicks need to take a timeout. 5:54 left in this second quarter. It's a 37-32 lead for San Antonio, and already not looking 100%. Jalen Brunson might have got dinged up again there.
Watch Brunson. He's spinning and winning, but he thought it was foul right here, so he never went back into the front court after this play, folks. He stayed down.
It's Luke Cornett. He gets his foot on Jalen Brunson's foot as he falls after this layup.
Right there, stepping on Brunson.
I don't think there's anything intentional or dirty by San Antonio, but Brunson has taken some hits out there, and at least so far, they're not being whistled. 37-32, Spurs have the lead. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans only at Verizon. Knicks trail by as many as 10. They're hanging around here, only down by 5 after nearly tying the game on a missed putback dunk from Mitchell Robinson. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and Superior Smooth Safe, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer. Enjoy responsibly. Celebrate 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Knicks fans, here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup. The largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today. Hey, New York basketball fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month. With AutoPay, get Fios 300 megabits per second for $19.99 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON or visit a Verizon store today to learn more. Limited time offer for new Fios internet and mobile customers. Discount applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Attention Knicks fans, looking for infusion care that puts you first? Thrival Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, Thrival offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a Thrival location near you. Find out more at thrivalinfusion.com. That's thrivalinfusion.com, saving lives drip by drip.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
5 minutes and 52 seconds remain in the second quarter. Jalen Brunson stays out there after looking visibly hurt. Maybe a right knee, maybe a left ankle. It's all adding up a bit here over the first quarter and a half. But the Knicks have the ball down by 5. It's 37-32 San Antonio, just over halfway through the second quarter of game one.
Brunson showing no ill effects, bringing the ball up the court, moving and grooving now.
To the foul line he goes, steps back, pump fake on Bryan. Left-hand floater missed, but he got his own rebound amongst the trees and banked it in. It's a three-point game.
Vintage Brunson that time.
There is no Wembanyama on the floor, so easier to deal with Luke Cornett. It is Brunson, Shamet, Clarkson, Bridges, and Robinson on the floor. A whistle and a foul away from the ball. Offensive foul, legal screen. Landry Shamet took a bump, and the Knicks will take over. A chance to tie the game with a three.
He took more than a bump. Devin Vassell put both hands in his back as he was trying to set a screen to get Fox free.
Watch Brunson wheeling and dealing, not quitting on the play, able to capitalize.
A rare putback for Jalen Brunson. Knicks ball down 3 from left to right. They go in the white uniforms against the black jerseys of San Antonio. Brunson working on the rookie Bryant. To the foul line he goes, posting him up now. Backing down more, spins to the elbow, now leans in for a right-hand layup. Now that is vintage Brunson. Clyde Frazier, 1-point game.
Yeah, I like it. He's back. The maestro.
Cornett out high. Final 5 minutes before halftime. Fox near elbow. Dribbles towards the block. Backing down on Shamet toward the mid-range. Half spin. Dotted line pull-up jumper. Back rim. Left rim. No. And a rebound for Robinson.
He's been missing easy shots for him.
Knicks can take the lead. Down 1. Brunson left wing. Double team. Bridges out high. Passes to his left for Clarkson. Catch and drive. Lost his balance to the foul line. Gets it to Brunson. Top of the key. Defended by the rookie Bryant again. Left foot jab step. Left hand dribble all the way to the rim. And the lefty layup is good. And the Knicks have taken a 38-37 lead.
Jalen Brunson's footwork is absolutely undeniable.
When the cat's away, the maestro plays.
But still, and Harper hustles back up court, nails a layup, and it's a 1-point Spurs lead. That stops a 6-0 Jalen Brunson run.
As good as Brunson has been, somebody's got to come and help and get involved in terms of this offensive load.
Yeah, Wembanyama on the bench, Brunson thriving.
Right on cue, Mikal Bridges, a pull-up foul line jumper. That's perfect for a 1-point lead.
That shows you how catalytic Brunson is. When he gets it going, the team is different.
Carter Bryant wide open right corner three, spins out, and a rebound for Robinson. From left to right they go. It's 40-39 New York. 3:39 remaining in the back-and-forth first half, and Brunson got reached in on by Bryant across midcourt. That is the third foul on San Antonio with 3:37 left in the second half. And no surprise, Mitch Johnson's counter to this Knicks run is bringing in perhaps the best player in the NBA, 7'4" Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, we were ready to count Brunson out. He's been banged up, stumbling, bumbling, and playing magnificent basketball, propelling the Knicks back into the game.
They still doubled over, hands on knees before this inbound, but now it's Mikal Bridges to inbound, and let's go Knicks is the chant here in San Antonio. It is not a short flight, I can tell you. Bridges, far elbow, alley-oop, airmailed it over Robinson. That was about 7 feet too tall out of bounds.
Whoa, not sure what that was.
But that's what Wembanyama does to you. got to try to get it over the 7'4" guy.
Distorts everything.
Yeah, the pass was high and a ride.
3:30 remaining, second quarter, game one, NBA Finals. Knicks 40, Spurs 39. Castle near elbow, looking around, sends it toward the left corner, and a three-pointer for Keldon Johnson. The sixth man of the year is on the board for the first time, and it's Spurs by 2. Brunson gets a screen across midcourt from Shamet, picked up by Fox. Robinson comes out for a high ball screen to the near sideline midcourt. Brunson off the dribble, left wing three. Won't go, and a rebound for Wembanyama. Just his second board, 7 points in 14 minutes for the alien. Top of the key, 3 over Robinson. Wembanyama misses very short. Long rebound, Clarkson.
That goes back to what we talked about a little bit, Clyde, though. The toll that this game is taking on Wembanyama, too, for him to settle for those jump shots versus trying to score in the paint.
Yep, taking the easy way out, man.
Knicks ball down 2. 2:39 left in the second quarter. Brunson, strong drive, kick it to Shamet. Steps back for a near angle 3, and he connects. Landry Shamet off the dribble. The Knicks lead by 1.
Shamet's been getting kudos in the paper for his prowess. Coming up big that time.
Wembanyama foul base on Robinson. It works. Mitch Shuck was him, dribbling all the way to the far corner. Then he ripped through, leaned in, and he'll get 2 free throws for his efforts. It's a 1-point Knick lead, 2:24 left before halftime.
We're finally seeing some NBA action. Early on, the ill-advised shots and the turnovers. So now both teams are moving and grooving. Wemby at the line for 2.
Yeah, these teams are certainly feeling one another out. And for the Knicks to be clinging to a 1-point lead, which could change at the free throw line, considering that they have not played their best basketball, overall they're in a pretty good spot.
They turned it over 7 times already as Wembanyama gets the first foul shot to tie the game at 43. Karl Anthony Towns, Jose Alvarado, and OG Anunoby come into the game for Jalen Brunson, Jordan Clarkson, and Mitchell Robinson. So Brunson has only been able to play 16 minutes in this first half.
But a mesmerizing recovery by Brunson.
Yeah, he had 3 points in the first quarter, so he had 8 to give himself a total of 11 in this second quarter, which has really brought this Knicks team back to life. Now, mind you guys, the Knicks have allowed 10 points on their 7 turnovers.
Both free throws good for Wembanyama. He shot 90% in the Western Conference Finals. It's Spurs by 1. Alvarado, wing stop, Shamet, and Towns on the floor. Anunoby and Bridges, of course, the wing stop duo. Anunoby near corner, jab step on Johnson, pulls up for 3, missed it short. Bridges got pushed in the back, but no call made. It's San Antonio the other way, up by 1. 2:05 left in the second quarter. Champagnie wide open near wing 3. He drilled it over Anunoby's late contest. And just like that, it's a 4-point San Antonio lead.
Sometimes teams or players just have those teams that they know they're going to shoot the ball well against, and that seems to be Champagnie when he sees the Knicks.
He is 3 out of 4 tonight.
Champagnie added a little New York flavor to the game. Out of Staten Island, played at St. John.
Baseline drive, Bridges finds an open Alvarado for a left wing triple. Got it. Big answer from another New Yorker. Alvarado from Brooklyn makes it a 1-point game.
Yeah, he's been driving and thriving this time. This 3-ball.
A minute 25 left in the second quarter. Champagnie again, left corner 3. That one's good. They keep leaving him open. He made 11 threes here on New Year's Eve. He's got 4 tonight.
You got some Alvarado, Champagnie drawing back and forth at one another over there.
Champagnie was undrafted, folks, coming out of St. John. And found a home here in Spur, Texas.
Foul away from the ball against San Antonio. That is their 4th, so no more to give for either side. 1:14 to go, second quarter. And I can tell you, every Knicks fan out there is saying, don't let it happen again. Champagnie's 11 three-pointers helped the Spurs come back from 19 down here on the 31st of December.
If you had on your bingo card that Champagnie and Harper will be leading the Spurs with 1 minute and 15 to go to halftime, then you're a genius.
1:11 left. Second quarter, Brunson and Towns try a 2-man game. Tipped into the backcourt by Castle. Brunson for the far angle, matched up with Wembanyama. Superstar showdown. Sidestep off the dribble 3. Get it out. One-hand rebound from Towns, and a loose ball foul is drawn. So foul shots coming up for Towns, who's hit the final minute of the second quarter. Towns can make it a 2-point game.
And that happens because Brunson got the mismatch with Wemby. So Wemby's out defending the 3. Towns underneath. He had an advantage. So he's able to capitalize to get to the line.
That's at least the second. I think it's the 3rd Knicks 3 that danced in the cylinder and did not want to go through the net. Came back up.
They're 6 of 20 tonight. That's 30%. For the playoffs, they're a league best 40% as Towns swishes the first free throw. He is at 89% in the playoffs. Brunson, every time the whistle blows, he puts his hands on his knees. I don't think it's about fatigue. He is fighting through whatever kind of injury or nagging pain he suffered in the first quarter and a half.
Hostile crowd giving it to Cat.
Towns gets a front rim roll on the second free throw to make it a 2-point game. Spurs 50, Knicks 48. 57 seconds left before the halftime break. Knicks led by 7 early, then trailed by 10 late in the first. Castle, right elbow, hop step, leans back, pulls up for a 15-footer, then he front rims into the hands of Towns.
Castle and Fox have been missing those 15-footers.
Towns with his 5th rebound.
Oh!
Fox picks Brunson's pocket at midcourt, and he'll get an uncontested 2-hand layup at the 4-point Spurs lead.
Fox, smooth, clever slick, right at the midcourt line with the steal.
His nickname is Swiper for plays like that. Down, up top, drives on Wembanyama, hop step at the foul line, 2 more steps, floater no, tip no, rebound Castle.
He got by him. He's got to finish. Karl Anthony Towns. He got by Wembanyama, and he was not in a position to contest with that long wingspan.
Towns 3 of 8 from the field. Shot clock is off. Final possession should belong to the Spurs here with 9 seconds to go before halftime. They lead by 4. Fans on their feet at Frostbank Center. Right corner 3, Champagnie. Yep. 5 out of 6 from 3 in the first half. And then a heave from Bridges was blocked by Wembanyama. And after the Knicks fought all the way back to get a 10-point deficit and turn it into a 1-point lead, they trail by 7 at halftime in Game 1.
Man, I can't believe how time flies when you're having fun.
Clyde, thank you for joining. Any parting thoughts, my friend?
Keep doing what they're doing. I mean, they've been resilient, and hopefully Brunson can survive. He's been struggling out there, but playing magnificently right now.
Thus ends the second quarter, brought to you by Hand and Stone.
Now time for the ingredients of victory, brought to you by Calandra's Bakery. Well, it was the 8 points from Jalen Brunson in that second quarter that helped the Knicks take a 1-point lead. Now, obviously, they go into the half down a bit, but Jalen Brunson getting involved, the ball moving around the perimeter, and the Knicks being able to score in the paint. They do have 26 paint points. Those are your ingredients to victory, brought to you by Calandra's Bakery. Calandra's Bakery, just 4 simple ingredients and still made by hand since 1962. Available fresh daily at your local supermarket.
Now stay tuned for the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter. Pat O'Keefe, the perfect man for the job, as he'll recap a back and forth at times first 2 quarters, but the Knicks, they really had a first half lead within their sights. Julian Champagnie, 5 of 6 from 3. He's got a game-high 15 points. And Jalen Brunson, we are not doctors. We are not experts. He is fighting through something right now. 11 points on 5 of 15 shooting. But the Knicks only down 7, 55-48, as we hit halftime in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours, so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Replacing your home's AC system isn't exactly pocket change. Let's be real. Most people don't have thousands of dollars just lying around. And that's why Flowman's makes staying cool affordable. Right now, Flowman's central air conditioning makes it easier than ever to upgrade without blowing your budget. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% financing for up to 18 months. Plus, every new system comes with a 5-year all-inclusive service plan, including annual system maintenance, filter replacement, and refrigerant. So there are no surprise costs down the road. Whether your system is outdated, your electric bills are through the roof, or your AC finally called it quits, Flowman's has a solution that works and a payment plan that actually makes sense. Call 516-932-7000. That's 516-932-7000. Or visit ac.flowmans.com to schedule your free estimate today. Flowman's Central Air Conditioning. Because comfort shouldn't come with a price you can't afford. 18-month promo period. No payment, no interest, and no down payment offer. The offer is available through a third-party bank. On approved credit, interest is waived if loan is repaid in full during the same as cash period. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ratliff, Engineering Director at Nissan. We know some things are important to hear from an expert, not a voice actor. For instance, the Nissan Frontier is not only powerful and fun to drive, but it's durable too. We added the V6 engines. When you need that power in the off-road, it's there. I know, we've tested it a lot. Now get out there and find your Frontier.
Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, Pathfinder, or Frontier, excluding S trim. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand finance. Frontier S trim, 1.9% APR for 60 months at $1,748 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to in-back credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. N63026.
This is the ZipRecruiter New York Knicks halftime show. Now, here's Pat O'Keefe.
Well, game 1 of the NBA Finals not short on intensity. At the break, the Knicks trailed the Spurs 55-48. Knicks jumped out to a 7-point lead. Then they fell behind by 10 as San Antonio went on a 20-3 run. The Knicks would regain the lead, but Julian Champagnie got hot. Knicks trail by 7, 55-48 at the half. As we welcome you to the Knicks halftime report powered by ZipRecruiter. A lot going on in that first half. Let's bring in our MSG colleague, Alan Hahn, to break it down for us. Generic question to start, Alan. How do you view that first half?
Could have been a lot worse, right? When you consider that Jalen Brunson went down twice and was limping twice. And that, of course, alarm bells go off because it's game 1. Like, the last thing you want to do is have somebody banged up. The Knicks have been very fortunate throughout this run of surviving injuries for the most part. But, this is a feeling out process. And I thought the Knicks got out to a great start. They looked locked in. Then the benches came in, and there was a difference made right there. Dylan Harper came in and was a difference maker. The Knicks bench didn't have anyone in the beginning that made a difference right away. But they fought back. I thought it was a really good second quarter. Did not like the last 40 seconds. A turnover, which the Knicks have too many of it, it leads to an easy 2, and then that corner 3. Can't let others beat you, and Champagnie is back to beating you again. And so adjustments to be made in this half.
11 threes for Julian Champagnie in that Spurs win on New Year's Eve. He's 5 for 6 so far tonight. And you're right, Alan, the Spurs closed the first half on a 5-0 run. They're on top by 7. What did you think of Karl Anthony Towns' first half? Thought he was very aggressive taking the ball inside the paint.
I really liked that he was attacking Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got to respect his three-point shooting ability, so he plays up on him. And what you're seeing is that Towns can just make one or two little, just moves, a little pivot, and he can get by him. And I think what we're seeing is a couple of times, if they're not getting help into the paint, he's going to make an easy layup. But you also have to know that this guy's 7'4" with a 5,000-yard reach. He can get to anything. So he had a good block on one drive, and from that point, it looked like Towns is aware of his presence, and he's missed a couple of bunnies that he's got to just go strong to the basket and finish. But I like that he's attacking because you've got to make Wembanyama work. You've got to make him defend you. He didn't have to do that a lot. Holmgren was persona non grata in that series against the Thunder. And before that, who's he really guarding when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves? Rudy Gobert is not an offensive threat. So this is important for Wembanyama to be able to deal with a guy like Towns, and it's important for Towns to make Wembanyama work.
8 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists for Cat, but 3 for 9 shooting from the field and 0 for 1 from downtown. And Knicks fans, the action doesn't stop when the buzzer sounds. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Subscribe now and stay locked in. ESPN New York on YouTube. It's time now for the top shelf performance of the game, brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon.
Brunson, top of the key. Defended by the rookie Bryant again. Left foot jab step, left-hand dribble all the way to the rim, and the lefty layup is good, and the Knicks have taken a 38-37 lead.
Alan, clearly something bothering Jalen Brunson in that first half. It was the knee, then it was the ankle, but when he came back in, he immediately went on that 6-0 run. It looked like he was angry, and that fueled him to regain the lead for the Knicks.
There's no question. When you said something was bothering him, he was bothered by the fact that he was struggling with his shot, that he wasn't getting calls. He was getting hit. They were very physical with him, and he got frustrated because it's one thing to have somebody flop into your knee, and then your knee, you feel a little tweak there. That bothers you, and you know, again, it's game one. He's probably like, no, this is not happening. But then he gets stepped on by Luke Cornett as he drives to the basket, doesn't get a call, so now he's furious. And we've all seen it. A mad Jalen Brunson sometimes can be an absolute dynamo. And he scored 6 straight points. He got his team back into it, and you can see now that he's starting to challenge these guards. Okay, you want to play me physical? Let's go. He knows he's not going to get a whistle. He's not going to try to get a whistle, so instead, he just went into beast mode. This was good to see because there was obvious concern when he was limping, when Barnes fell into his knee. He didn't need to fall there, but he did. And he falls into his knee, and you see him limping. Everybody's holding their breath. But Brunson showed you late in the half that he's managing on it, and he had a little bit, again, that little bit of anger. His blood started to boil, and that was a good sign.
11 points, the only Knick in double figures so far. Jalen Brunson, the top shelf performance of the game, brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon. Aged longer and never watered down. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly. This is the Knicks halftime report powered by ZipRecruiter. Pat O'Keefe joined by Alan Hahn as the Knicks trailed the Spurs 55-48 at halftime of Game 1 of these NBA Finals. Outside of Brunson's knee and ankle situation, Alan, what is your biggest concern from the Knicks' perspective with what you've seen so far?
8 turnovers. You just can't have that happen. That last turnover was brutal. I mean, you have a chance for a 2-for-1 situation with 40 seconds to go, down by 2 in the half, and De'Aaron Fox just blows up a simple dribble handoff situation there and takes it in for an easy 2. You just can't give away points against this team. They're that good, and they're going to score quick. That's 12 points you gave away. Other area of concern is that you're being outscored at the free throw line by 8 points. They have 10 free throws made. You have 2. You only have 3 free throw attempts. They have 12. Everything else is almost pretty much even. Rebounding's fairly even. You're getting a lot of second chance points. They're getting a lot of fast break points. So to me, take care of the damn basketball, man. 8 turnovers is way too much in the NBA Finals in the first half.
Alan, I know you and the gang will have plenty to talk about on the post-game show on MSG Networks. Great job, and enjoy the second half.
Thanks, Pat. Good to talk to you.
There's Alan Hahn of MSG. Stream Knicks pre- and post-game coverage during the playoffs, plus hours of on-demand content anywhere you go. Download the Gotham Sports app. It's free with your MSG TV subscription. Sign in and start streaming today. Josh Hart in the first half, 7 minutes, 3 fouls, 2 points. We'll see if he can get more involved in the second half. This Friday, tune into MSG at 7:30 p.m. to get Knicks pre-game coverage for Game 2 against the Spurs, and then tune back in after the game for all things post-game on MSG or stream on the Gotham Sports app. So the Knicks jumped out to a 14-7 lead, and then the Spurs went on a 20-3 run. Knicks fell behind by 10, and the halftime deficit is 7 points. As we pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson. And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Knicks halftime report powered by ZipRecruiter. When you're hiring, never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter. Try ZipRecruiter free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Second half coming up from San Antonio with Tyler and Monica. I'll be back with you on the post-game show. Your halftime score, Game 1 of the Finals, the Spurs 55 and the Knicks 48. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Has been the ZipRecruiter New York Knicks halftime show. The second half is coming right up.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. The specially tagged vehicles including the Sorento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia. Movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Subject safety event and 7626. See dealer for 1K details.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever. Meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
In New York City, young men of color deserve every opportunity to succeed. The NYC Young Men's Initiative is investing in futures through education, workforce development, healthcare, and justice programs designed to uplift and empower. And through programs like the Cooney Fatherhood Academy, we're supporting young fathers and building brighter futures for themselves and their families. Visit nyc.gov/YMI programs or at NYC Young Men on all socials to learn more.
Knicks down 55-48 as we begin the second half of Game 1 of the NBA Finals. The start of the second half is brought to you by Nissan. Every Nissan is designed for people who refuse to settle for less. So take life by the wheel and drive it like you mean it. Visit NissanUSA.com or your local dealer. Monica McNutt. We've got about 30 seconds until the third quarter begins. It felt like the Knicks were right there. They had a one-point lead back and forth, but then Julian Champagnie, which we've seen before, got red hot. 5 of 6 from 3, and his 15 points are the difference right now in a 7-point Spurs lead.
Listen, the Knicks should be pleased because they did not play good basketball in my mind in that first half. So for it to be a 3-possession ball game, I think you're okay. There is a settling in process for both teams when you get to the finals, especially for the Knicks after a layoff. If Jalen Brunson is healthy enough to get to this ball game and be himself, I'm confident that the Knicks will find a way to put forth a better effort, a more balanced effort. Our colleague Alan Hahn mentioned it in the halftime show. The disparity at the free throw line is something that really makes you wonder. The Knicks have to continue to be aggressive and attack the Spurs defense. And, of course, they've got to stop turning the basketball over. 8 turnovers that allowed the Spurs to have 12 points in that first half. That just won't do.
And if you missed it, the free throw disparity is Spurs 10 for 12, Knicks 2 out of 3. Knicks in white, Spurs in black. It will be San Antonio ball to begin this third quarter. Jalen Brunson is out there on the floor after taking a couple of hits. Either a tough fall or someone landed on him, but right knee, left ankle is fighting through something. From left to right come the San Antonio Spurs, and we are underway in the third quarter of Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Spurs 55, Knicks 48, and on the first possession, a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Karl Anthony Towns pushing Victor Wembanyama down, so that's 2 fouls on Towns, none on Wemby. It'll be a far sideline inbound coming for San Antonio.
I understand that Victor Wembanyama is Defensive Player of the Year, but no fouls in the first half? Curious.
Had one initially, but it was overturned on a San Antonio challenge. Foul line fadeaway. Wembanyama missed it wide right. Rebound. Anunoby. That's his first. Next ball from right to left. Brunson top of the key, defended by Castle. Half spin and a handoff to Hart. Now Brunson gets it on the right point, defended by Fox. They'll post up Towns at the far side perimeter, defended by Wembanyama. Holds it wide with his right hand, finds Anunoby underneath, defended by the smaller Fox. Double team by Wembanyama. Out to Hart, left wing, up top Brunson, back to Hart, left wing. Catch and shoot three, too strong. And the rebound batted into Wembanyama's hands by Vassell. Now it's Castle down the lane. Up top for Wembanyama, one dribble. How about two dribbles? Split the double team, but lost it out of bounds. And the Knicks will take over on Wembanyama's third turnover.
I got to give Wembanyama credit. He's got it. He did a great job of defending Karl Anthony Towns on the perimeter and immediately getting into help position when OG Anunoby caught the basketball. But here's the thing. The Knicks have to catch cleanly and be in position to go up and score. If they stutter step with the ball, the help is coming.
Double team on Towns' left wing. Passes out of it to a cutting Anunoby on the baseline, and he got fouled underneath the basket. De'Aaron Fox, which is his second.
Whoever Victor Wembanyama leads to go double Karl Anthony Towns when he catches the ball with his back to the basket needs to be making noise and making themselves ready and prepared to catch and shoot.
Brunson from the near sideline will inbound, or at least try to. He does lollipop one to the top of the arc for Towns, defended by the smaller Vassell, who did a good job defending Chet Holmgren in the Western Conference Finals. 5 to shoot for Brunson, top of the key. Steps back, kicks out, right corner. Anunoby has to take a sidestep three from the angle that he front rims, and Vassell skies it in for the rebound. Nobody has scored yet in this third quarter. Spurs 55, Knicks 48. Champagnie from the wing to the corner for Fox on the far side, and they post up Wembanyama. He turns to the rim and draws the third foul on Karl Anthony Towns. Missed the layup. The 3 fouls on Cat. Free throws coming for Wemby. He can make this an 8 or 9 point San Antonio lead.
These are important little details in this ball game. How you catch the basketball on the block. Karl Anthony Towns that time was on the top side of Victor Wembanyama, and because
this basket on the right side. They are the diehards. Wembanyama has tried to create a soccer-type fan base atmosphere here with chanting and traditions and colors. Wembanyama makes both. 11 points for him, 15 for Champagnie. Brunson is the only Knick in double figures with 11.
Victor Wembanyama alone has shot 6 free throws. The Knicks have shot just 3 as a team.
Knicks ball down by 9. They trail by as many as 10. Brunson near elbow, spins out of the double team, finds Anunoby right wing, ball fake, open at the free throw line, so he pulls up for 2 and misses off the front rim.
Got hit on that jump shot.
Champagnie, far wing, three-pointer, bricked it too strong, and then Wembanyama lost it out of bounds. He fell down and does not complain for a foul call, even though he might have got pushed by Towns. That's one thing Wembanyama, at least at this point in his career, does not do. He's not a big complainer when it comes to missed calls.
Listen, you got to give this Spurs defense credit. You just got to make sure they're coming off of cut screens and handoffs with the right angle so that they're in a position to attack.
Brunson, top of the key on Vassell, right-hand dribble, top to the foul line, pulls up for a jump shot. He misses wide right, air ball out of bounds. And Jalen Brunson's going to have to find it soon. He's 5 out of 16, and the Spurs take over. Castle, near wing, driving down the near side lane, and a right-hand layup rolls in off the back rim. Largest lead of the game for San Antonio, up by 11. Anunoby near side baseline drive to the rim. He got stripped out of bounds by Champagnie. And a left baseline inbound coming for the Knicks, down 59-48. Have not scored in the first 2.5 minutes since halftime.
So on that last possession, when Castle got to the rim, you could tell that the Knicks now are a little bit mindful of trying not to foul, so they're giving up lightly contested looks. Goodness gracious, so.
Anunoby near corner, pump fake, drives baseline, finds Hart underneath. He's met by Wembanyama in the restricted area and got hip checked down to the court, and they will call Wembanyama for his first foul. 9:22 left in this third quarter. I don't believe it's free throws for Hart, so no, the Knicks are still stuck on 48.
You know, it's been a while, quite some time, since we saw a below 30% three-point shooting performance from these New York Knicks, but that's where they are today.
Towns underneath, catches a lob from Hart and lays it in before coming back down to earth. They had a mismatch on the smaller Vassell. Knicks back within 9. Fox to the foul line, met by Anunoby, so he gets rid of it to Wembanyama. Left wing spins to the stripe, reaching foul, bank shot around and out.
Is that on Towns or Anunoby? This is a big call.
It is on Towns, and after just 1 foul in the first half, he's picked up 3 within 3 minutes of the third quarter. And Bridges went over to Towns and just gestured, you got to keep your hands up and back, and that is a reach-in foul from Towns. And Wembanyama's been living at the line. He's made 6 of 6 already. No movement yet from Mitchell Robinson. As Wembanyama thinks the free throw. Although, that might just be 3 on Towns. Might have given him one that he did not pick up, which would be excellent news for the Knicks. And yes, Hart is showing 3 fouls, so he had one on him that we thought was on Towns initially. But Towns has 3. He will stay out there. Nobody in foul trouble for San Antonio. Wembanyama got the first. He's 7 of 7. And now 8 of 8. 61 to 50. Spurs lead the Knicks. 9:07 remaining in the third quarter. Knicks have just 2 points at halftime. Runs it across midcourt from right to left. Green from Towns, double team right wing. Up top to Towns, holds the ball high on the smaller Fox. Passes to his left for Bridges. Dribbles toward the foul line on Champagnie. Out to Anunoby right wing. Drives toward the elbow, pulls up in air. Ball's a 15-footer. And the Spurs pick it up. Not sure what happened there. It is Castle motoring ahead. Finds Wembanyama near baseline. Spins toward the rim on Towns. Took a hit. Threw it back to the top of the arc. A 3 from Castle. Spins off the rim from the left point.
The Knicks are just not ready to catch an attack. Like, I don't understand why Karl Anthony Towns is hanging out in front of De'Aaron Fox. Like, even if you take a 2-dribble pull-up to avoid Wembanyama, why are you standing on the perimeter versus Fox?
It is Hart straight on. Towns posting up Champagnie, left block, rifles a pass underneath the Bridges, net by Wembanyama, fadeaway jumper, misses from the near side baseline. My only answer is that they're not getting the ball to Jalen Brunson, and the guess is because he's not healthy. Spinning Fox missed the floater, rebound, tipped in by Castle, acrobatic finish. It rolls around the front part of the rim and in. A 13-point lead for San Antonio. Now here's Brunson near corner, steps back for a 3, misses very short. Brunson is 1 of 6 from 3, 5 of 17 from the field. On the other end, an alley-oop for Wembanyama, missed it, and then a foul on the catch from behind. I believe Jalen Brunson. Yes. First foul on Brunson. He's got 11 points. Towns has 10.
Listen, I'm sorry to cut you off, partner. Continue.
And the Knicks are down 63 to 50 with 7:46 to go in the third.
You are not going to recover all 13 on any one single possession. So the Knicks don't need to look for home run plays. They need to look for sound plays. There's just been enough disruption in terms of catching the ball cleanly and being able to catch and shoot, or trying to drive and then second-guessing themselves. And that has allowed the Spurs defense to attack them.
And they're crashing the offensive glass. Champagnie comes away with a Wembanyama straight on miss. So Castle gets a wide-open look from the top of the arc. He front-rimmed it. And the Knicks will take over 1 of 9 from the field in the third. They trail by 13. And Brunson get out of his slump. Bridges right corner. Hart left wing. Drives on Champagnie, who gambled for a pass. Finds a wide-open Brunson right corner. 3 will not go. Knicks are 1 of 10 in the third. Spurs ball up 13. Baseline drive. Harper just checked in. Shrugs off Anunoby. Missed the fadeaway. Rebound tipped by Wembanyama. Out of bounds off of the Knicks, they'll say, after some deliberation from the officials. And the Spurs will keep it up 63 to 50. With 7:04 remaining in the third.
I gotta say, and you know I don't like the word rush, but I will say that I think the Knicks wind in this one so far. I'm wondering if the time off impacted them in that way. Is this when Wembanyama is heading to the bench a little bit hobbled right now?
Yeah, he had his hands on his knees after battling for that offensive rebound. So after 5 minutes of play in the third, he will come out for Luke Cornett. Does that open a window of opportunity for this Knicks offense to get rolling? Champagnie, right wing, a catch and shoot 3. Back rim, no. Rebound. Tipped away from Cornett by Towns to steal an offensive rebound. Bridges streaking ahead off a bounce pass from Hart, trying to reverse layup and got fouled by Cornett. And Mikal Bridges will get to the free throw line as we have a timeout on the floor, and the Knicks need it badly. They have scored just 2 points in the first 5 minutes plus of this third quarter, 1 of 10 from the field, and they've seen San Antonio extend the lead to 13.
It's important that the Knicks do a better job of capitalizing on the non-Wemby moments here in the third. They were +8. The Spurs were without Wemby in the first quarter. They were -4 without Wemby in the second quarter. Let's see if the Knicks can find a little bit of rhythm here in the third.
This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. Knicks with their largest deficit. They trail 63-50 with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. This is game one of the 2026 NBA Finals. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? Thrival Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, Thrival offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a Thrival location near you. Find out more at thrivalinfusion.com. That's thrivalinfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with zero preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
Mikal Bridges will get 2 free throws, hoping to cut into a 13-point deficit. Spurs 63, Knicks 50 with 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Become an Amazon Hub partner and earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Learn more about Amazon Hub Delivery and get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. At the left side foul line, Mikal Bridges will line up the first of 2 free throws. He was fouled by Luke Cornett on a reverse layup, and he just missed his first free throw of the entire postseason. He was 19 of 19 across the first 3 rounds, but that one spits back out. It's just the 4th foul shot attempt for the Knicks in the game. They are 2 of 4, including a miss from Mitchell Robinson on what would have been an and 1. Bridges hits the second, so it's a 12-point game. 6:49 remaining in the third. Knicks still have their starting 5 out there, while the Spurs have brought in Luke Cornett and Dylan Harper. Harper gets it in the near corner. Toward the left point, Castle now crosses over and drives on Towns. Back to Harper in the corner. Trying to drive on Bridges. Spins toward the elbow. Now back to the middle of the paint. Leans in. Hits a left-hand layup. Harper taking Bridges all the way to the rim with a little bit of flex on his way back down. And it's a 14-point Spurs lead, their largest. Brunson into the front court for the Knicks with 6:21 left in the third. Towns at the near side perimeter faces up on Cornett. Off the screen, Bridges catches at the foul line, pulls up for 2. Rainbow shot off the back rim, and then around and down. Count it, and a foul on a loose ball foul. Rebounding battle. It looked like Harper pushed hard out of the way. So count the basket for Bridges. Free throw coming for the Knicks. It's a 12-point game. 6:10 to go in the third quarter, and here comes Landry Shamet and Deuce McBride.
If I could ask the Knicks to make one small adjustment that I think would have a tremendous impact, it'd be for them to be able to catch the ball cleanly and just shoot with confidence. I understand that Victor Wembanyama shifts their calculus. He's not on the floor right now, right? So they need to make the most of these minutes. If they can catch the ball a little cleaner, they're in a better position to score before the Spurs' help defense can swarm and clog the paint.
Josh Hart will take the free throw. He was surprised to learn that it would be him taking it, but he's the one who drew the foul on the battle for the rebound. He makes it, and it's an 11-point game. Knicks lineup is now Brunson, McBride, Shamet, Hart, and Towns. Spurs ball from left to right. Castle to the foul line. Pull-up jumper over Shamet is good. Stephon Castle, 12 points. 5 of 12 shooting, so not hyper-efficient, but he's given the Spurs a 13-point lead.
He's been aggressive, though. He's put a lot of pressure on the Knicks in the paint.
Shamet, right corner, dribble drive the elbow, now hands to Towns at the other wing, and a give and go right back to Shamet. He's stuck behind Champagnie for a wide-open layup at an 11-point game.
But that's an outstanding example of what can happen when you catch it cleanly.
Castle finds Harper, free from the corner. Back rimmed it from the far side. Hart the rebound. Knicks can cut it to single digits here. McBride top of the key. Passes to his left for Towns. Drives on Cornette. 2-step toward the rim and a right-hand layup plus a foul. Karl Anthony Towns getting aggressive with Wembanyama on the bench. He's got 10 points. And a chance at a three-point play. Knicks back within 9. As Towns actually has 12 now.
Yeah, he's got 8 rebounds and 2 assists as well tonight. I like Towns as the potential hub of that offense, but again, I'm going to keep harping on this. Catching the ball cleanly is the key to him working as the hub, as we've seen in previous series in this postseason.
And let's go Knicks chant is drowned out by Go Spurs Go. But the orange and blue contingent, they're cheering their hearts out here for the Knicks in their first finals game since 1999. Towns taking his time and now releases on the free throw. Front rim, backboard, and in. So a team-high 13 points for Towns, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Playing with 3 fouls, but playing well. It is an 8-point game, 5:15 to go in the third. Of course, the Knicks came back from 22 points down with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of the last opening round of opening game series. As Towns able to reject Champagnie, it comes loose to Hart, hands to Brunson. Right side baseline drive, Euro step in the lane, and a left-hand layup over Vassell. And the Knicks are back within 6. Timeout San Antonio from down 14 to within 67-61 with 4:57 left in the third.
This Knicks defense is starting to come alive a bit. Now, granted, we continue to say that you have to capitalize on the moment without Victor Wembanyama, and they have found a way to do that. We'll see if Mitch Johnson opts to change that at the end of this timeout.
Wembanyama a +9. Only De'Aaron Fox has a better rating at a +10. The Knicks have life. 67-61 is the Spurs lead. But after starting the third quarter 1 out of 10 from the field, the Knicks have been able to make 4 of their last 5 shots. 4 minutes and 57 seconds remain in this third quarter. San Antonio 67, New York 61. You're listening to New York Knicks playoff basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, New York basketball fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month. With AutoPay, get Fios 300 megabits per second for $19.99 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON or visit a Verizon store today to learn more. Limited time offer for new Fios Internet and mobile customers. Discount applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours, so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
Spurs 67, Knicks 61. Great response for New York after a really slow start to the third quarter. They have gone on a 10-2 run and are back within 6. But Victor Wembanyama returns to the Spurs lineup along with Fox, Champagnie, Johnson, and Harper. While the Knicks go with Brunson, Hart, McBride, Shamet, and Towns.
I take nothing away from the impact that Victor Wembanyama makes on the floor just by virtue of being out there. But on a night where he has 13 points, 8 from the free throw line, and just 4 rebounds, you feel like it's really an opportunity for the Knicks.
San Antonio ball from left to right. Wembanyama posting uptown to the near side lane. Line fade away from the foul line. Passed out of it to the opposite wing for Champagnie. Far corner, Harper baseline drive. Reverse layup over Hart. Tough finish for the rookie.
That kid is balling. You got to just tip your cap to him. He's finishing. He's defending. He's been aggressive.
It is an 8-point San Antonio lead. Brunson off the dribble. Left wing 3. Short again. He's 1 of 8 from downtown. Wembanyama the rebound. Brunson continuing to not run as well as we're used to seeing, but now Hart steps in front of a pass to Wembanyama. Right wing will take it the other way. Shamet near corner 3 in the air. It's good. Hart the turnover. Shamet the triple. Knicks back within 5.
It's a lot of ball game left to be played.
3:56 left in this third. Fox flashing inside, kicks it near corner 3 for Harper. Air ball into the hands of Hart. He'll race ahead from right to left. Finds Brunson off to his right. Shimmies past Johnson. Foul line up top for Hart. Now it is Brunson. Passes left wing. A 3 for McBride. That's too strong. A rebound. Tipped around. Towns has it. Right to the rim. And he puts it up and in. 3-point game with 3.5 to go in the third.
Towns now flirting with a double-double. He's got 9 rebounds to go with his 15 points in this contest.
Fox, top of the key, crosses over Shamet, pulls up from 12 feet and drains the mid-range jumper. 5-point game. 3:11 left in the third. Brunson at center court, screen from Hart, matched up with Wembanyama. Bounce pass to a streaking Hart, met by Wemby underneath, picked up his dribble. He's in trouble. 8 to shoot. Bounce pass to Shamet at the foul line. Out to the perimeter on the near side. Toward the hash mark. Hart all alone. Top of the key three-pointer. In and out. Rebound Towns. Put back. Good again. And he's fouled by Johnson. Karl Anthony Towns dominating the offensive boards. And with a free throw, he can make this a 2-point game.
This is the relentlessness of the New York Knicks over the course of this 11-game stretch. Now listen, there's a lot of basketball left to be played, but getting to the glass, we talked about offensive rebounds being an important opportunity for the Knicks. And you've got to shoot the ball over Victor Wembanyama. I get it. If your shot gets blocked, you live with it. But you got to at least make him an honest defender.
An incredibly impressive Let's Go Knicks chant continues to rise here at Frost Bank Center. So once again drowned out by an estimated 14,000 Spurs fans. Towns gets a soft roll on the free throw. And that makes it a 2-point game. 18 points for Towns. That's the new game high. Harper's got 16. Fox at the elbow. Euro step, lefty layup around and out. Towns tipped the rebound to Shamet.
Great block out by Towns, keeping Victor Wembanyama away from that ball.
Knicks and Tyre take the lead. 2.5 to go, third quarter. They were down by 14 not long ago. Towns a three-pointer, short from the top of the key. A step and a half beyond the arc. A heat check, no doubt. Harper foul line on the other end. Johnson left wing. Hop step in the lane, sends it right corner. Fox swinging around to Harper. Extra pass. Wembanyama Wembanyama, left wing pump fake. Towns stuck with him. Now at the elbow, it's Harper whistling an offensive foul. An illegal screen on San Antonio. They're calling Wembanyama for his second foul. And the Knicks will take over down by 2. 2:17 left in the third quarter.
As a finals game should, this one is taking a toll on both teams, and you're starting to see it here late.
Let's go Knicks again, the chant in San Antonio. 71-69 Spurs. Brunson slowly across midcourt, screen from Shamet. Now Champagnie gets the Brunson matchup. Toward the right side perimeter, crossover to his left, now back to his right, pull-up jumper, right elbow, got it. We're tied at 71. Jalen Brunson with 15 points. Final 2 minutes, third quarter. Johnson blocked on a layup by McBride, out of bounds. And he gets a deuce call for his defense on the road. 71 all, 1:55 left before the fourth quarter. Mitchell Robinson will check in, so does Devin Vassell and Harrison Barnes, as Karl Anthony Towns gets a well-deserved breather.
Similar to what we saw in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, when the game got tight late, the rest that the Knicks had accumulated by taking care of business in the most efficient form benefited them. Will that be the story here in San Antonio, Game 1?
Baseline inbound from Fox to Vassell. He's left alone for a two-hand slam right underneath the basket, and a 2-point San Antonio lead. Brunson across the timeline, picked up by Harper, directing traffic. Knicks ball down to 100 seconds to go in the third. Sham at a right side screen, Barnes the matchup. Brunson attacks, right elbow, leans in, floater. No, an alley-oop to Robinson, but a foul was called first on the Brunson pass. 1:37 showing on the clock. They're going to call Barnes for his first foul. So no dunk for Robinson, but 2 free throws for Brunson, with the Knicks down 73-71.
Finally, the Knicks starting to get to the free throw line a little bit in this ball game too. That's a great sign.
Brunson sinks the first. It's his first foul shot of the game. Now, fans who talk a lot about foul baiting across the NBA, but don't necessarily watch all the games, I'm sure they've noticed quite a difference between Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Brunson. They do mistakenly get lumped into that same category, but we're in the final 2 minutes of the third quarter, and Brunson just took his first 2 free throws, and he made his first 2 free throws. 73-73, 97 seconds to go before the fourth quarter. It is a Brunson, McBride, Hart, Shamet, and Robinson lineup against Fox, Harper, Vassell, Barnes, and Wembanyama. Harper up top. To the far elbow on McBride. Into the corner. 3 from Wembanyama. Off the mark. Soft touch, but did not drop. And now it's Brunson the other way. Tie game.
9 rebounds now for Josh Hart as well.
Foul line, Brunson. He's got his rhythm back. Turnaround jumper. Front rim no. Spoke too soon. And a rebound for Barnes. Now it's Fox. Speeding ahead. Spins foul line on Shamet. Ball came free, and the call a foul on New York. No argument from Landry Shamet, as De'Aaron Fox will get to the free throw line. 67 seconds to go in the third. The game is tied at 73.
Points in the paint. Actually, the Knicks statistically have been better in that category. A lot of that, to me, has to do with Karl Anthony Towns, who has 18 and 10 so far in this one. 40-32 is that category. But this free throw disparity continues to be something to keep an eye on. 7 more free throws now for the Spurs compared to the 10 that the Knicks have taken.
Fox hits the first free throw. It held to just 7 points on 3 of 11 shooting. Missed the first 2 games of last round with a right ankle sprain. As he backrims the second rebound, tipped twice by Robinson. He pulled it down to keep it away from Wembanyama. Knicks ball down 1 final minute, third quarter. Brunson standing at the center court Spurs logo with a big Larry O'Brien trophy right underneath it. They set a screen to get Harrison Barnes onto Brunson. He's the target. Near wing, Brunson crossed over to the foul line, now leans in, dotted line, caught in the air, tried to find Robinson underneath, but understandably Robinson looking for a rebound, not a pass, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Mitchell Robinson very rarely catches the ball off the bounce pass in that position. He's either going up for an alley-oop or an offensive rebound.
So Brunson with the turnover. Wembanyama out high, dribbles to his right, hands off to Vassell. He goes to the charity stripe, spins, kicks up top. Wembanyama driving down the lane, and a left-hand dunk. He got around Robinson and gives San Antonio a 3-point lead and the 2-for-1. 22 seconds left, 17 to shoot for Brunson and company. Slowly crossing over his dribble at midcourt. Double team on Sham at right wing. Hart baseline drive. McBride left corner three. Ties the game. It kissed the window. From the corner, the geometry for Deuce McBride knocks it up at 76 with 5 seconds to go. Wembanyama out high. Straight on three at the buzzer. Missed it wide left. And after trailing by 14 earlier in the third quarter, ice cold from the field, the Knicks have stormed back to tie the game at 76 as we head to the fourth quarter.
The Knicks found their way in that fourth quarter, particularly from the free throw line. They actually shot one more free throw in the quarter than the Spurs did. But all in all, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns beginning to get going as far as scoring is concerned. But you could say the same of the Spurs as Wembanyama has 15 and 5 so far as we head to the fourth quarter.
Time now for the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by your local Kia dealers. And for game one, we'll use this segment to celebrate the fact that there is no out-of-town scoreboard. The Knicks and Spurs are the only show in town. Enjoy it, Knicks fans. You've earned this moment to watch your team on basketball's biggest stage. That's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Gift yourself some summer savings at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event with great deals on a capable Kia SUV. Kia, movement that inspires. We have a tie game in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, 76-76, as we go to the fourth quarter. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope is what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. At Rings End, they're there to help realize your modern design visions. That's why they partner with Marvin. Engineered for big ideas, Marvin modern windows and doors deliver effortless elegance, expansive views, and industry-leading innovation, all in a modular system designed to meet the exacting principles of modern architecture. Experience Marvin Modern at a Rings End showroom today and create something stunning with them. Rings End is a certified Marvin installing retailer.
Here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup. The largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
It's the playoffs. Knicks fans, get in on all the postseason action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every matchup mean more than ever with the best daily promotions in the business. Plus, enjoy thousands of casino games with BetMGM Casino in New Jersey. Download today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fourth quarter underway in the opening game of the NBA Finals. Knicks have stormed back to tie at 76 here in San Antonio. Alvarado with the ball in the right corner. 8 to shoot, defended by the much, much taller Victor Wembanyama. And it's the right corner for Towns now. Backing down the smaller Fox. All the way to the paint. Missed the right-hand floater. Rebound tipped a couple of times. Towns had it for a moment, then batted out of his hands by Castle. And the Knicks will keep it 14 to shoot. 27 seconds gone by in the fourth quarter.
Towns had 10 points in that third quarter to help bring the Knicks to even as we start the fourth. He's been really, really aggressive. He's a guy that has enjoyed the matchup with Victor Wembanyama. Now, he's got to stay out of foul trouble. He's going to be critical in this fourth.
Inbound to Shamet underneath the hoop. Hits the reverse layup off a great pass from McBride. The Knicks have a 2-point lead.
The clean catch at the rim. Landry Shamet has been the guy that's been able to shift that energy in the third quarter, doing that, and now to start the fourth, continuing it, catching it clean so he can finish.
First lead since the first half. 78-76 New York. On the road in San Antonio. Now Fox flashing to the foul line. Tough floater, front rim miss, but because he was double-teamed by Towns, it left an offensive rebound available for Wembanyama, and he got bumped on the putback.
Jose Alvarado, as he should, immediately going into that one, or going to the official and signaling that that call was on him as opposed to Towns, who has 3 already.
So Wembanyama will take 2 free throws. He's going to get his trip to the line. There's no question about it. But will he ever cool off? He's 8 for 8 from the stripe. And at the right side foul line, right on cue, he finally missed one. Hard off the back rim. He's got 15 points. Champagnie with 15 as well. And that might be as important a stat as any, Monica. Champagnie could not miss in that second quarter. He was 5 of 6 from 3. He turned a 1-point Knicks lead into a 7-point halftime lead for the Spurs, but he has not scored since.
Well, this is why you got to stay with it. The three-point shooting all leveled out in that third quarter as the Spurs went 0 for 9 from 3. Now, the Knicks only hit 2, but when you looked at those numbers going into the fourth quarter, both teams are below 30%.
A lot of ugly stats as Wembanyama gets 1 of 2. The Knicks lead at 78-77. As we're about a minute gone by in the fourth. Spurs are shooting 38% from the field. Maybe feel fortunate to only be down by 1. 7 to shoot for Alvarado. Anunoby far angle. Jab step right, dribble drive left. Alvarado up top. 2 to shoot. Jab step. He'll launch a 3. Missed it wide right. Anunoby crashing in for the rebound, and he got fouled from behind by Fox. Third foul on De'Aaron Fox, and little hustle plays like that can decide a series. And this time of year, that means they can decide a championship. Knicks will keep it.
OG Anunoby is a ways away from the guy that has been so incredibly efficient and impactful in the games that he played in the 11 consecutive wins in this postseason.
And just 5 points. He's taken only 6 shots.
Not great.
Averaging about 20 points a game in the postseason. 4 to shoot. Anunoby, aggressive drive with the right hand, and he hits a bank shot layup. Knicks by 3.
On cue. We're doing good at that thing.
Monica's in finals mode. Anunoby's got 7. Barnes right corner. They'll attack McBride all the way to the rim. Sends a pass to the right side mid-range for Wembanyama, and he airballed a turnaround baseline leaner.
Excellent defense by Karl Anthony Towns.
Towns up top, drives left elbow, bumped by Barnes, reset with Alvarado. 10:03 left in the fourth. Knicks fall up 3 in game 1. Anunoby, near wing. He'll attack Castle. Took a hit, threw it up off glass, missed a tough leaner. Looks over to Sean Wright asking for a foul that's not coming. Spurs the other way. Vassell left wing. Gets to the rim, met by Towns. Layup missed. Tipped by Wembanyama, and he banks it in. He tipped it to himself underhanded midair, and then caught it, banked it straight on off the glass and through to make it a 1-point game.
That's one of the things that you just get with the guy of his size, with his wingspan, but the Knicks are doing a good job to stay level-headed and to stay in this thing.
McBride, baseline drive to the far side, bounce pass Anunoby, near corner 3. It's good! Right on cue again, OG Anunoby, and the Knicks lead by 4.
The corner 3, the Knicks have been so good at that, and it has been a soft spot in the Spurs defense through this postseason run.
Castle baseline drive and a spin on Shamet. Gets a kind roll on a fadeaway from just outside the restricted area. 2-point game. 9:02 left in game 1. 83-81 New York. Right wing McBride. Far corner Anunoby defended by Wembanyama. Couple of pump fakes. Now he'll launch the 3 and connects. OG Anunoby has 8 points in the last 3 minutes, and the Knicks lead by 5.
And suddenly, his 5 for 10 stat line looks very much like who he has been this entire postseason run.
Vassell left point. To the foul line he goes. Pump fake. Kick out. Right wing 3. Castle nailed it. Stephon Castle with his first 3-pointer. He was 0 for 3. That is a huge make to stop the Anunoby onslaught. Back to a 2-point game. 86-84. Knicks with the lead, 8.5 to go. Mitchell Robinson will check in next whistle. Still no sign of Jalen Brunson here in the fourth quarter. McBride right point. Trying to run a play for Anunoby off ball. He couldn't get open, so it's Alvarado instead. 8 to shoot. He's near midcourt. Screen on the right for McBride. He'll drive on Castle to the rim with a right-hand layup. No, and Towns got pulled down on the rebound, but no call. Fox crossed over to the foul line, into the near corner, three-pointer Vassell, no. Rebound, tipped by Wembanyama to Barnes. He gets it up top to Castle for a wide-open three. Missed it that time. Pounds the rebound. Knicks want to run with Alvarado. Long outlet McBride, left wing pump fake. Drives inside, missed the layup badly with Castle defending, and he got the rebound as well. Barnes right wing, he's all alone, hesitates, takes the shot, missed it short, offensive rebound and a putback for Vassell. Ties the game, 86-86, and a timeout from Mike Brown with 7:37 left in the fourth. The Knicks had a 5-point lead, but it's a 5-0 run from San Antonio to tie this game.
Woo! Basketball is a game of runs. I will say this, Landry Shamet ended up on the floor just like he just got shoved. I'm not sure what happened, but again, there was a little bit of an exchange with the officials about some blatant fouls in the minds of the New York Knicks. All things considered, though, it's still a tie ball game. So you got to make sure you dig through. You can tell them those last couple of possessions, both teams, but the Knicks in particular, were getting a little bit fatigued, so this is a good timeout.
This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plan. Only at Verizon. Knicks 86. Spurs 86. Fourth quarter, game one. 7:37 remaining. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with zero preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing. Which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hand, not robots, since 1962.
Attention Knicks fans, looking for infusion care that puts you first? Thrival Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, Thrival offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a Thrival location near you. Find out more at thrivalinfusion.com. That's thrivalinfusion.com, saving lives drip by drip.
If you think a new central air conditioning system is out of your budget, think again. Flomans is here to change the game with their preseason super sale. They're now offering cutting-edge 18-SEER 2026 refrigerant-compliant R45-4B systems, expertly installed by their certified technicians, all at the lowest prices of the year. That's right. Get started with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Plus, they're including a comprehensive service plan for 5 years, including annual system checks, filter replacement, and refrigerant to keep your AC running smoothly all summer long. Call Flomans today at 516-932-7000 for your free estimate. But hurry, these cool savings won't last. That's 516-932-7000 or visit ac.flomans.com. 18-month promo period, no payment, no interest, and no down payment offer. The offer is available through a third-party bank. On approved credit, interest is waived if loan is repaid in full during the same as cash period. Terms and conditions apply. Is the stress of a Game 7 giving your skin a full court press? Tired of trying to coach yourself through skincare trends? Between slugging, serums, and retinoids, it's easy to get confused. Don't try to be the MVP of skincare. Go see a pro. At Hand & Stone, they handle the defense so you can enjoy the glow. Book your facial at handandstone.com and get $10 off when you book today. Offer valid at participating spots. Terms and conditions apply. Hand & Stone. Expert care for every season.
86-86 with 7:37 remaining in game one. Technically, the odds say the Spurs are favored to win this NBA Finals, but the more you talk to people around the league and around these teams, it really feels like a coin flip series. And so far in game one, this is a coin flip game. We are knotted up nearing the halfway point of the fourth, and Jalen Brunson checks back in with McBride, Hart, Bridges, and Robinson. No Wemby on the court. Can they take advantage for the next however long? Brunson foul line, driving to the rim, left hand layup is good. No backboard required, and the Knicks are back up by 2.
It's a great take by Jalen Brunson. Those are his first points of this fourth quarter. Obviously, he's been on the bench, so he's got some good energy to come in right now with some momentum.
And a new game high, 19 points for the Knick captain. 88-86 New York. Cornett, left point, finds Harper in the corner. Baseline drive around Bridges, and the layup will not count. He was fouled on the floor by Bridges before the shot. So no and one as these Spurs fans are improperly celebrating. I'll get you points in the paint brought to you by Boost Mobile. The Knicks have 46. The Spurs have 40. It's a battle of the best paint scoring offense in the playoffs, the Knicks, and the best paint defense in the playoffs, the Spurs. That's points in the paint brought to you by Boost Mobile. Don't overpay. Get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, for life, for real. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Castle, awkward leaning layup, right block, missed it over Hart. Long outlet to Brunson, Euro in the lane. He got fouled hard by Julian Champagnie. Layup missed. But foul shots coming for Brunson. Knicks by 2, 6:52 remaining in game one.
This is what we've seen as far as the Knicks, at least. Fourth quarter has been where they've downshifted and begun to accelerate, at least in these games where they were still tight at this point. We've also seen a number of the bench being dumped out by this point in the ball game as well. So this is where you kind of really see about the rust versus rest concept in terms of who has the energy necessary to close.
Brunson's first free throw is perfect at the basket to our left. Landry Shamet coming in for Deuce McBride. And Victor Wembanyama is coming in for Luke Cornett. The Knick lineup is Brunson, Bridges, Shamet, Hart, and Robinson. For San Antonio, Castle, Vassell, Harper, Champagnie, and Wembanyama. So Harper playing for the starting point guard, De'Aaron Fox. Brunson gets a pair, 90-86. Knicks by 4, 6:49 left in this final frame. Harper attacking the rim, caught in the air, almost threw it away to the near corner. Vassell did throw it away, trying for Wembanyama at the foul line, tipped loose by Hart. It's Brunson on the attack, left-hand layup, got two more. Jalen Brunson taking over the fourth quarter of game one. Mitch Johnson needs timeout, and the Knicks have a 92-86 lead with 6:34 to go.
With that last basket, the Knicks have now scored more points off of the San Antonio turnovers than they have allowed. Now, it's just one, but that was a key stat as you navigated about 2.5 quarters of this basketball game. And with Jalen Brunson, a clutch player of the year in this league, coming into the ball game, the Knicks are beginning to look more like themselves, offensively and defensively for that matter, late.
They have turned a 14-point deficit in the third quarter to a 6-point lead in the fourth with 6:34 to go. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plan. Only at Verizon. The Let's Go Knicks chants are getting harder and harder to drown out here in San Antonio. Jalen Brunson looking more and more like himself. After starting 5 of 17, he is now 4 of his last 7. 23 points, a game high. The Knicks have a 6-point lead nearing the midway point in the fourth quarter of game one of the 2026 NBA Finals. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Hey, New York basketball fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $19.99 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON or visit a Verizon store today to learn more. Limited time offer for new Fios internet and mobile customers. Discount applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
In New York City, young men of color deserve every opportunity to succeed. The NYC Young Men's Initiative is investing in futures through education, workforce development, healthcare, and justice programs designed to uplift and empower. And through programs like the Cooney Fatherhood Academy, we're supporting young fathers and building brighter futures for themselves and their families. Visit nyc.gov/YMI programs or at NYC Young Men on all socials to learn more.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Especially tagged vehicles including the Sorento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4Kia for details. Always safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Back live in San Antonio, and a fool on the court with a cell phone and a night in jail. Off he goes, very quickly escorted out of here by 3 security guards, including one wearing a cowboy hat.
Where'd he come from?
The stands.
Well, obviously, but I was curious which section.
Now the refs want to figure out who gets possession because
Mikal Bridges is about to steal that basketball.
He was about to steal that ball. Let's welcome you back in. 6 minutes and 28 seconds to go in this fourth quarter of Game 1 of the NBA Finals. The Knicks have a 92-86 lead after trailing by 14 in the third quarter. Jalen Brunson, a game-high 23 points. He has caught fire as you hoped he would, and at this point, as you knew he would. Now both coaches, Mike Brown and Mitch Johnson, being talked to at midcourt by Scott Foster, the crew chief.
They should penalize the home team. The jump balls should go to the Knicks.
In hockey, if there's a delay of game caused by the crowd, you can assess a penalty on the home team. Give a power play to the visiting squad. Scott Foster is going over to legendary broadcaster Mike Breen and Tim Legler and Richard Jefferson to explain the call, and they're going to jump it up at midcourt, which makes sense to me. Robinson and Wembanyama.
I told you how I felt about it, but it's fine. We'll take the jump.
I think of the 3 scenarios, this is the second best. Foster ready to tap it up, and Wembanyama 4 inches taller than Robinson wins it. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt. Top of the key, passes to the corner of Vassell. Off to his right, a 3 for Champagnie. Bricked it too strong. He has gone ice cold since making 5 3-pointers in the first half. Knicks from right to left. Brunson, right elbow. Across the foul line to the left block and a left hand. Layup is good off glass. He's picking on Champagnie. 25 points and an 8-point lead.
Not only that, but both Towns and Robinson have done a really good job of occupying Victor Wembanyama with that box-out screen, trying to post up, whatever you want to call it, and allowing the guard to snake around to get to the rim. Watch Robinson here. He immediately sort of goes to the block out, and Jalen Brunson smartly takes the furthest angle away, but he's so adept at using the glass.
14 second half points for Jalen Brunson. He had 11 at the break. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Wembanyama calling for the ball toward the near corner, a step inside the three-point line. Left-hand dribble across the foul line, pump fake on Robinson, who does not bite. Wemby leans in, forced to pass underneath, tipped out of bounds, and it's off of San Antonio. Knicks will take over, up 94-86 with 5:46 remaining in Game 1.
One of my keys to this ball game was the pace. In the fourth quarter, the Knicks have done a much better job of dictating the pace as opposed to just trying to keep up with this young and relentless Spurs squad.
Remember, they were 1 of 10 from the field to start the third quarter. Now it feels like the Knicks can't miss. Hart, left elbow, tried to bounce pass to Bridges in the left corner, but it was tipped out of bounds by Harper with 15 to shoot.
Harper's done a great job of breaking on those passes to shooters, whether he's on the ball side where the dribble penetration is happening, or he's been on the weak side baiting for that pass. So the Knicks need to be mindful of that. They've got to be smart. Do not turn the basketball over late in this ballgame. That will breathe life into these Spurs.
Near sideline inbound for Bridges. Up top to a wide open Robinson. Now he's picked up by Wembanyama. Hands to Brunson. 10 to shoot. Left side pick and roll. Brunson toward the elbow. Pulls up for a contested jumper off the back rim. And Fox pulls down the rebound. Spurs ball down by 8. 5:22 left in game one. Hart picks the pocket of Fox to the top of the key. Running the other way from right to left. 3-on-3. Shamet right point. Good transition defense from San Antonio. Knicks set up the half-court offense. Shamet and Robinson, high pick and roll. Left elbow Shamet across to the other elbow. Hart in the corner. He'll attack the middle of the paint. Net by Champagnie. Up top to Bridges. Left elbow for Bridges. Far side baseline fadeaway. Too strong. And Wembanyama gets the rebound as Towns and Anunoby go to the scorer's table. Spurs ball down 8. Wemby off the dribble. Right wing 3. Got it. Rattled it in to make it a 5-point game. And a timeout call by Mike Brown. A life-sustaining shot from Victor Wembanyama. That feels like it was 3.5 points worth momentum-wise. 4:48 to go. It's a 5-point game.
Wembanyama now with 21 in this ball game. An interesting stat. The Spurs are 7-0 when he scores 27 points in a contest. So the Knicks have, you want to keep him from scoring in general just because of who he is. But it is a curious finish down the stretch with under 5 minutes to go in a clutch ball game in game 1 of the NBA Finals.
It's a rare make from the field for Wembanyama. 9 of his 21 points have come from the free throw line. He's now 2 of 7 from 3 and 5 of 16 overall. And one of the standout quotes from Wembanyama over the past 3 days is that it's going to be hard to come down to earth after the Western Conference Finals. He was more emotive than I think any player winning a Western Conference or Eastern Conference Finals we've seen, willing to be vulnerable, almost to the point of tears. But I think...
Almost? You don't think he was crying? I thought he was crying, but wait.
It was close enough. The grueling 7-game series, you can tell it took a lot out of this team, even with the 3 days off. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Brunson for 3!
And this is your home from New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
With Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. 14 second half points from Jalen Brunson have turned this game 1 on its head. 5-point Knick lead, 4:48 to go. But a 3-pointer from Victor Wembanyama has brought the Spurs crowd back in it. 5-point game. Hart across midcourt, hounded by Fox. He'll get it to Brunson near that center court logo. Marked by Castle. Screen from Anunoby to pick on Champagnie. The Brooklyn native covering Jalen Brunson, the king of New York. Right side crossover. Steps back toward the elbow. Pull-up jump shot. Missed it wide right. Good defense there from Champagnie. Spurs ball down 5, 4:24 to go. Harper, right side drive, finds Castle, pass to the left wing for Wembanyama, down the lane on Towns. His shot went off the side of the backboard, somehow got it back on the offensive rebound, and they'll swing it around to Champagnie. Right wing, baseline drive, double team kick out Wembanyama. 3 from the corner, side of the backboard again, but an offensive rebound again from Champagnie, and he's fouled on the putback. Brunson says all ball. Foul is called on him. It's his second. We'll see if Jordan Brink and the Knicks coaching staff wants to challenge.
One thing that we're not accustomed to seeing when it comes to these New York Knicks is them being out-rebounded, but they are -7 in that category. In offensive rebounds in particular, the number is 13-8 in favor of these Spurs.
They do not challenge, so that means free throws for Champagnie. 4:04 to go, and Champagnie sinks the free throw. That is his first basket since making 5 3-pointers in the first half. 4-point game. The closing lineup right now is Shamet out there instead of Bridges. Bridges, 7 points in 26 minutes, 2 steals, 3 of 6 from the field. He has not taken a 3-point shot. We saw Shamet come in for Josh Hart to close out game 1 against Cleveland. In that 22-point comeback, Champagnie misses the second. Swirled around the rim and popped out. And the Knicks will take over up 5-4. We've hit the final 4 minutes in this opening game. Clutch time in game 1 of the 2026 NBA Finals. Shamet, left corner, drives to the foul line, now the dotted line, out to Anunoby at the right point. He'll go to the stripe, left side elbow pull-up jumper, too strong over Champagnie. He gets the rebound. Now it's Vassell on the other end. Wembanyama to the right wing, crossover at the elbow, double team, gets it up top to Castle, now back to Wembanyama at the left side perimeter. Driving baseline on Towns, gets to the rim, runs him over, hits a layup and a foul. 3-point play opportunity, Victor Wembanyama. He can make this a 1-point game on the free throw line.
Towns has been doing a really good job of defending Wembanyama, but he gave him the inside step in terms of going baseline, and he was just at a disadvantage on this one in terms of recovering. And both guys end up on the floor. It's the finals. It's a bang-bang play. But Towns couldn't get to the spot before Wemby.
The Knicks were up 94-86 about a minute and a half ago. They have not scored since, and the Spurs have gone on a 6-0 run to make this a 2-point game. Wembanyama will take his 11th free throw.
Nothing worth having is going to be easy. What do the Knicks have left in the tank here in Game 1?
Wembanyama's free throw, front rim and in. 24 points in 34 minutes. It is a 1-point game with 3:20 left. Knicks from right to left in white, Spurs in black. Shamet playing with the starters. Towns up top, looking around, finds Anunoby in the near corner, gets it back up top to Brunson, sets the screen. Matched up with Champagnie. 6 to shoot to the foul line. Brunson steps back, off the dribble jumper, missed it. Too strong, and Wembanyama gets the rebound.
That's usually a shot Jalen Brunson is good for, especially at this point in the ballgame.
Rare second half miss. Wembanyama speeds down the lane. Righty floater, no rebound. Champagnie is stripped out of his hands by Hart. Knicks ball up 1. Brunson finds Shamet. Right wing three-pointer. Short. Rebound. Josh Hart into the right corner. Back out to Shamet. Brunson up top will take his time. 10 to shoot. 2:39 to play. Knicks ball up 1. Brunson down the lane right side. Pull-up jumper. Off the glass. No. Rebound Wembanyama. He's got 24 and 12.
Both of these teams are digging deep at this point.
Back-to-back misses in the clutch for Jalen Brunson. He's matched up with his fellow former clutch player of the year, De'Aaron Fox. Foul line kick out, left angle 3. Vassell missed it short, but the rebound came back to him. Alley-oop to Wembanyama. He caught it, got fouled, missed the shot. Scott Foster says he wasn't going up, I believe. We'll see if they do wind up giving him free throws. Yes, they will. Free throws to Wembanyama. He can tie or give his team the lead with 2:16 to go in the fourth quarter. Nothing has come easy on the offensive end for the Knicks ever since taking that 8-point lead. They haven't scored since.
There's a lot of time left. 2:16, and it's a 1. It could potentially be still a 1-point ball game at the end of these free throws in favor of the Spurs. Knicks just got to dig deep, get a little more lift on their jump shots, make sure they're getting to the glass to try to give themselves some second-chance opportunities.
Wembanyama sinks the first free throw. He's 11 of 12 from the line. 94-94. The game is tied. It is an 8-0 San Antonio run to tie the game. It felt like the Knicks were one made shot away from delivering a knockout blow. They have missed each of their last 4 shots. Wembanyama gets both. 95-94 San Antonio. 2:14 remaining in game 1. 9-0 Spurs run. Brunson at center court, defended by Castle. Now we get Champagnie on him. Speed toward the left wing. In the lane, pump fake, kick out, swinging around Hart. Up top, Anunoby. A straight on 3. Too strong, rebound, tipped by Brunson out to Bridges' right wing. Brunson's open, right corner, three-pointer. It's good! Jalen Brunson puts the Knicks in front with a clutch three-pointer. 1:50 to go. They're up by 2.
Got to stay connected defensively. You cannot give up offensive rebounds.
Hart defending Castle, top of the arc. 1:40 left, 1:39, 1:38. Wemby, near elbow, right hand dribble, hand off to Fox, turns the corner, foul line, pull-up jumper, back rim, no, rebound Hart, Knicks ball up 2, 1:28 to go.
14 rebounds now in this ball game for Josh Hart.
Brunson right side wing, defended by Champagnie. He'll dribble back toward midcourt. 28 points for Brunson, 17 in the second half. Double team on the right wing. Bounce past Bridges. Right elbow pump fake. 4 to shoot. Step back and got fouled by Fox. 2 free throws coming from Mikal Bridges. 71 seconds to go in game one. It's Knicks 97, Spurs 95, and Bridges can make this a 2-possession game if he gets both.
This will be Bridges' second pair of free throws in this contest. Again, he has gone away from sort of the scoring that we're accustomed to, but these will obviously be big free throws with just 71 seconds left in this ballgame.
The most pressure-packed free throws of Mikal Bridges' career. The first one is perfect to make it a 3-point game. His third season in Phoenix, he made it to the finals. Even took a 2-0 lead over the Bucks. But Milwaukee did not lose again from there. Now he's back. And a chance to make it a 2-possession game. He will. 4-point Knick lead on 2 hyper-clutch free throws from Mikal Bridges. 99-95 New York. 67 seconds to go in game one.
Gotta be smart here. There's no reason to foul on the perimeter.
Wembanyama, left wing. Crossover on Towns. It's off his foot. It comes loose to Hart. Knicks the other way. 3-on-3. Hart will wisely kill some clock. 19 to shoot. 52 to play. Knicks ball up 4. Brunson holding it. Just across midcourt, defended by Vassell. 8 to shoot, right wing, crossover, right elbow, step back, pump fake, leans in, throws it up, and he knocked it down! Jalen Brunson, a ridiculous shot! And the Knicks have a 6-point lead, 38 seconds to go. Fox on the move, Wemby up top, he'll launch a desperation 3, and he missed it! Anunoby the rebound, tried to save it, and he got fouled! Fox pushed him out of bounds, and the Knicks, with 29 seconds to go, have a 6-point lead and possession at the end of game one in San Antonio.
Can we please put the rust and rest conversation to bed? Because this is a product of rust. Being able to dig deep in clutch time in a ball game after honestly being out-rebounded for much of this contest, out-opportunity, if you will, at the free throw line for much of this contest. The Knicks defense and rebounding step up late in their shot making. That's a product of having ample time to prepare for the beast that the Spurs are.
Anunoby hits the free throw, and that will make it a 7-point lead. That, of course, means a 3-possession game. The Knicks were up 8, 5 minutes left. San Antonio went on a 9-0 run. The response from New York, we should be used to it by now, because this team does not back down in the clutch. Anunoby gets both. 29 seconds left. They lead by 8 in game one. The Aaron Fox left wing, defended by Bridges to let him drive to the paint. Kicked out right corner, tipped out of bounds by Shamet. 21 seconds left, 15 on the shot clock. And now a challenge. The Knicks are challenging every single member of the Knicks bench, and their extremely deep and talented coaching staff just twirled an index finger. They're awfully confident they're going to win this appeal, and if they do, they'll be even more confident that they're going to win this game. 103-95 the score, down 14 in the third.
Following the timeout by San Antonio prior to 3:30 seconds, the Knicks have a challenger rolling on the floor.
20.7 to go. The Knicks have scrapped and clawed and battled their way back. A +7 in the third and a +8 in the fourth quarter. And they are on the verge of snatching game one from the jaws of defeat and taking a 1-0 lead.
What an incredible performance late by these New York Knicks. I mean, if you look at this box score through 3 quarters, all signs point to the fact that the Spurs are about to get out of here with a victory in game one. And then the fourth quarter happens. I think people have forgotten over the course of this run that there have been some fourth quarter tests that the Knicks had to clear. Yeah, there were plenty of fourth quarters where their second unit had the opportunity to play. But early in these series, they had to show up in the fourth quarter. And so there are ways that they have been battle tested to get to this point as well.
Scott Foster and Sean Wright have taken off the headsets. Let's hear the call. It's already an 8-point Knick lead. 20.7 seconds to go in game one. It was a Wembanyama free throw that made it a 1-point Spurs lead. They have not scored since. The Knicks are on a 9-0 run, which answered the Spurs.
After review, it's been determined the last player to touch the ball was Vassell. San Antonio had called this timeout. 30 seconds to not elapsed when the Knicks challenged. Therefore, San Antonio will be charged with timeout since it's a successful challenge. The Knicks will retain their challenge.
Knicks ball up 8. And the shot clock will be turned off. 20.7 to go. And they will take a timeout to get their ducks in a row, while thousands of Spurs fans have headed for the exits. Jalen Brunson had 11 points at halftime. He has scored basically every clutch Knicks point since then. He has 30 points now, so 19 in the second half, and this is his 28th career 30-point playoff game.
13 specifically, just to break that down. 19 in the second half, 13 here in the fourth quarter, where he's gone, what is this? I'm make sure I got this right, 5 of 9 from the field in the fourth quarter. Oh, man. Wow.
I'll give you a stat, Monica.
Give it to me.
I didn't want to read to overhype this moment. Game 1 of a playoff series in the Jalen Brunson era. If the Knicks win it, they're 7-1.
I know this stat.
Their only loss in a series when they win Game 1 was 2 years ago to the Indiana Pacers, and that was because of all the injuries, respectfully, to a good Pacer team, but that's a series the Knicks win if they had everybody available. If they lose Game 1 with Jalen Brunson, they're 0-2 in series. Miami in 2023 and Indiana last year. And it's not just the Knicks. Throughout NBA history, Game 1 has proven to be so pivotal.
70% of the time, the team that wins Game 1 goes on to win the series. There's also some great stats about teams that sweep versus teams that have gone to 7-game series, and the percentages also favor the Knicks when you look at that one.
Front court inbound from Hart. He gets it to Anunoby, who's fouled immediately by Castle. In fact, only 1/10 of a second ticked off the clock. But Anunoby here can make it a 10-point game with free throws. And Monica, the Knicks would not be in this position without the late third quarter, early fourth quarter eruption from OG Anunoby.
And literally, you and I were like, okay, OG Anunoby hasn't been who he's been through this postseason, and he rattled off, what, 6 straight? Might have been 8. I can't remember exactly, but he got a couple of threes in there, got to the paint, emerged as who he has been in this postseason run.
Ben Stiller's going nuts along the near sideline, and the Knicks fans here are starting to drown out the Spurs fans. Anunoby got the first and the second. And in the end, the score will not show how tight this game was, but the Knicks have a 10-point lead with 15 seconds to go. Champagnie right wing, a catch-and-shoot three, missed another one. Rebound to Hart. Brunson with the ball, he'll take it across midcourt, and the Spurs will not foul. The Knicks were down 14 in the third quarter, but if we learned anything during this postseason run, it's you never count out the New York Knicks. They've won a 12th consecutive playoff game and have stolen Game 1 of the NBA Finals, 105-95. They stunned the Spurs in San Antonio, and they've got a 1-0 lead in the NBA Finals.
We keep asking this group what has been revealed by the 11-game win streak, now 12. And they talk about that we're playing our best basketball at the right time and just how good this team could be. At every turn so far this postseason, when asked to elevate and take the next level, which the finals do require, they have only answered the call and left little to no doubt.
You don't have to win Game 1 to win a series. You don't have to split the first 2 on the road to win a championship. But man, does it help. And with Jalen Brunson dominating the fourth quarter, fighting through whatever ailment that he was dealing with early in the game, it's a reminder that as long as you hang around, no matter the venue, no matter the opponent, and no matter the stage, if you got number 11 on your team, you got a great chance to come away with a win.
Now time for the sweet victory moment of the game, brought to you by Calandra's Bakery. And it was in the fourth quarter where Josh Hart got a steal and gave that ball ahead to Jalen Brunson for one of his 13 points, one of his 5 baskets, I should say, in the fourth quarter, and you could feel the shift begin to happen in favor of the visiting team, the New York Knicks. That was a sweet victory moment of the game, brought to you by Calandras Bakery. Calandras Bakery, just 4 simple ingredients and still made by hand since 1962. Available fresh daily at your local supermarket.
The Knicks just held what's been a juggernaut team to their lowest scoring game in the postseason. Only 95 points for the San Antonio Spurs. And I know the regular season doesn't mean much when it comes playoff time, but the Knicks have now defeated this Spurs team in 3 of the 4 meetings, and the only loss, they led by 19 points. Tonight, they make a statement for all those fans who thought the East was weak and the series was over before it began, and the coronation for Victor Wembanyama could already be scheduled. At the very least, this is going to be a long series, and the Knicks have the upper hand with a 105-95 win in Game 1. When we come back, Pat O'Keefe will anchor our post-game coverage as the Knicks are 3 wins away from immortality. Long way to go, but on nights like tonight, you gotta believe it's possible. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSD Radio Network.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
For over 100